Hi, everybody. Thank you so much, for joining us. Super late night. I know it's a lot to ask. And also for checking out the YouTube. We've never done the YouTube stuff, and we want to try the YouTube live. Let's see how it goes. Is it better than Twitch? Should we switch? You be the judge. So a few things to get through tonight, and I know a lot of people, most of the people, won't really know what's going on. And I have to play to two different audiences here. Which isn't difficult live, but when this goes out, people, there's two audiences watching this. One is comedians in the Las Vegas scene. It's a very specific niche group because of all the drama that's been busting out here lately. Now, the other group is podcast listeners, people that have listened to this show for over 15 years, who could give two shits less about local comedians in Las Vegas. But I find this scene to be very, 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 unique to this city, specific to this city. What up, Lee Barber? Shout out. What up, somewhere between Miami and Phoenix? That's a pretty big fucking range. What are you, wanted by the government? All right, so listen, a couple of things we need to get out of the way tonight. Number one, I want to say before we watch this, what we're going to be doing tonight is watching Ty Rivera's recent video. We're going to do a live watching of this. And when I say live, I mean I'm live. It's recorded. Ty doesn't do anything live other than suck on stage. But I'm live. Feel free to yell out in the chat room, say some stuff. I'll be happy to mix things up with you tonight. I'm both talented enough and coordinated enough to think and speak at the same time, even on some of the marijuana weed stuff. So what I'm trying to say is it should be a fun night. I want to have a good time. I want to have a loose time. But I do have to explain to people because the other day when we were mixing things up with Ty in his chat room, and for people who don't know, let me just explain. There's two comics, and we've talked about them both on our podcast. Trixx, who's a Canadian comedian, African-American gentleman. I just say that because we've shown them on the show. This was the guy who had the foot fetish thing. And then there's Ty Rivera, who I'm sure you're familiar with. We've talked about extensively on this show, the psychosis that is Ty Rivera. Now, people who are into Ty Rivera have started searching for Ty Rivera on YouTube, and because this show has done so much when it comes to just attacking Ty Rivera, that our videos are coming up in the mix. Now, when you search for legit Ty Rivera stuff, as you know, we have TyRiveraComedy.com, which is just a countdown to when he said he was going to quit comedy. So a lot of crazy shit going on with Ty Rivera. And people, his fans are legit into him. You have to understand this. Everything I've told you about Ty Rivera, let's say, just for devil's advocacy, that it's a lie. Let's say Ty Rivera's a super good guy, nice guy. This is all a big misunderstanding. Oh my God, we've just had it all wrong this entire time. Ty is a good guy. It just goes to show you that one person can skew your emotion. Because I was in Ty's chat room the other day when he premiered this video. Now, again, welcome everybody. You're watching this live. Shout out to Alex Ansel in the chat, Wes in the chat, Edinburgh Mike in the chat. This is 100% live. I don't think I have to prove it to you. I go live all the fucking time. Ty does this new trick that YouTube allows you to do with videos. It's not a new trick, but It's called a premiere. It's basically you upload your video and you premiere it like an episode of television, okay? So you basically play it to the internet collectively, and people gather around. It's appointment viewing on YouTube. They gather around, they're eating their popcorn, they're watching this thing that somebody created who knows how long ago. It's not live, but it's airing for the first time ever. And people can participate in a chat room like they're watching it for the first, just like you would, watching a new episode of The Walking Dead or MASH. The only 2 TV shows I'm aware of. Now, why does Ty do this when you can easily just press live and go live? This is a guy who constantly talks about investing into equipment. I mean, we clearly know he's concerned about it. He's trying, right? You can't pretend to not give a fuck and not be trying and simultaneously put up the sign he has put up behind himself when he talks on his Unbothered podcast. So he gives a fuck, and that's the best he can do. He saw these wooden walls. He's like, I have wood panels. You know what I'll do? Buy some Christmas lights and get a hot glue gun. As if that's what we have time to. I bet he spent every last cent he made on Amazon referrals off Whimsy's alligators. Shout out to Whimsy's. So there was this guy in his chat the other day, and on his channel, by the way, who's very confused. He's a Ty Rivera comedy enthusiast. Imagine that. So a pretty simple man, I imagine. Now, he's just confused. He's watching this interaction yesterday. And when I tell you what happened, this video that we're going to watch tonight where Ty accuses Trixx of stealing a joke, I'm telling you, and I 100% mean this and can say this with complete honesty, I have no idea what's in this video. I was in the chat for the premiere of this video just to see what was what. And unbelievably, Ty let me talk the whole. Now, I will give him credit for that. Like, wow, he let me talk the entire chat. And when I say he let me talk, I ran the chat. I walked into his yard and treated this little girl like a tip drill. Oh, my God. Like, he must have had to walk away crooked when I got done with this. I can't understand. Like, if this man came into my chat room, like, and again, it's late at night. We only have 12 people in here. If this man came into my chat room right now and just started talking mad shit about me, do you understand what my fans would be all over you, fucking with you? Nobody. You know what we got? This is 100% honesty in Ty's chat. We got one female comic named Lindsay Glazer who fired back at me. She's like, I don't know. You're coming in here like saying Ty's a fraud and people don't like Ty. I don't understand. He's a very well-respected comic in the area. And I'm just like, oh my God. And this is when you realize it. Like, and this extends, you can extend this politically. You can extend this to vaccines, to masking. When it comes to the divide in this country, people are really in the bubbles they're in. They believe what they believe. They see what they want to see. It's fucking insane. There are people in this community. I saw 2 dopes. This girl, I don't want to say names. This girl argued with me because she's not worth. Like, this is a nobody. This girl arguing with me on a thread. I won't even say where. And then somebody sends me like she's dumb. Like, look at this thing. Sent me a podcast that I guess her and her boyfriend did with Ty Rivera. Oh my God. So you see like open micers talking to Ty Rivera with this reverence. And they openly are talking about like, we're nervous even having you here. We're nervous talking to you. Like, imagine being around Ty Rivera and being nervous about it. Okay. So that's the level of comic we're dealing with. So you have to filter out anything these people say through that doe-eyed version of comedy. Like, if your teeth are chattering when Ty Rivera's standing near you, we're probably not on the same level, and we're not going to have a conversation about the merits and demerits of Ty. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not going to happen. Like, you still get butterflies in your stomach when you do a guest set. So I don't need to have a real discussion about what's going on in the comedy scene with you. And I felt bad immediately. But, you know, because I don't want to mix it up with dopes. That's not what I'm here to do. And also, it's not their fault. Anybody who's been brainwashed into this cult of Ty, it's not their fault. Like, look, like it or not, Ty works. Like it or not, Ty gets around. First of all, mainly because he's a hustler, okay? He's out there, he's working, he's willing to take any gig. There's not a gig this guy won't take. You know what I mean? He'll rub two sticks together in the middle of a Target parking lot if you give him $5 and some wings. That's the kind of guy he is. So let's not act like it's tough to get booked. Let's not act like there's any link between your merit as a joke writer and or performer and how often you work. You know what I mean? I'm willing to bet Rodney Dangerfield didn't get out and do a lot of sets in his final days. And there are some very prolific open micers in New York City that do 3 to 9 a night. You want to sit here and have a discussion about who's funnier? I'll let you do that while you eat your mozzarella sticks down at the Apple Bricks. It's pointless to me. So I'm not looking to do that. What I'm looking to do is expose people who are not nice men. Now, you have to understand the confusion of Ty Rivera's actual fans. They're watching this thing unfold. You know, me just completely bending him over and cucking him in his own chat room. Like, what's going on? And then we had a couple NLO fans straggle in there and add to the confusion, which was great. And Ty was like, see, these are my... He tried to do the... Believe it or not, this 100% happened. Stephen Branch, longtime fan, hacker of my networks, was in Ty's chat room, like just fucking with him, kind of a little bit. And Ty literally like called him out, like, see my fans? Like, these are my fans? It's like, are you out of your mind? Like, he's so delusional. I think he honestly thinks, like, I know this guy, Stephen Branch. He does all my stuff. It's like, wow. Okay. You and Stephen have a nice time. So that's the level of delusion. Now, this Lindsay Glazer girl, I ended up talking to her a little bit after the show. Turns out she's actually from Florida. We have a lot in common. We know a lot of the same people. We squashed the beef. I said, look, here's the deal. I've watched Ty enough to know that he's a lying piece of shit. I don't need to have, like, I'm not, and when you say he's a well-respected member of the community, go around and ask some people in private. And I'm starting to get people loosened up. I have about 5 comics that I think are ready to talk Ty. Ready to talk a little Ty. And they just need some coaxing to come out and do it. But do you want to, like, since we've been following Ty Rivera, let me give you a list of the comics who, again, I'm not going to say they've directly said to me that they're done with Ty. This is the word on the street. Now, Ty has admitted a lot of these are falling out. He's had himself. His friend Tom Baum allegedly punched him in the face at a gig, so he's done with him. We've heard about 2 or 3 friends that Ty wouldn't name that he's done with. Okay. We know for a fact that just this past weekend, there's about 4 or 5 comics who have had enough. Okay. Brant Tobler, Matt Markman, Trixx himself, club owners and bookers. I won't say who. Jill Kimmel, who happens to be Jimmy Kimmel's sister, who I can't imagine is a complete piece of shit. Don't know her, so I can't speak to that. But I know the people she hangs out with and who speak highly of her. Okay. I have so many private messages every time I do a show about you from people in this community. And most of them are senior comics. Most of them are comics that work. The comics that are respecting Ty Rivera are newer comics who are blinded by this idiot. Okay? First of all, the only people Ty Rivera is funny to is newer comics. This guy is hack as fuck. Watch real comedy. I mean, you must be new. And don't get it twisted. Just because he does well out in the middle of a Boulder City biker bar, I don't know where he works. It's not that hard to do. It's not that hard to do. You started in the comedy community. You made friends with Ty, and now he's your buddy, and you look up to him, and you're nervous when you get around him. That's insane. That's insane. There are 7 max headlining comics in this town who respect Ty Rivera. I mean, really one-on-one. Sit him down and talk to him. Nobody's into this guy. Nobody's into this guy. He has fucked everyone he knows over. Every friend he's ever had. He lies about, starts some shit with. He's one of these guys that lives in such a diluted bubble that eventually your turn and your number will come up. There will be a problem. It will be your fault. It will be unforgivable, and he will cut you out of his life like a cancer. And on to the next one. There is a trail of tears behind this motherfucker of people laughing about things he made up when he walked away. Like, I'm telling you, man. Alex Ansel, our buddy Alex Ansel, got me too'd by Ty. That's what I call it, being blocked by Ty. Being me too'd. Me tied. So your turn will come up. You'll get me tied too. And this weekend it was Trixx. So Trixx has a roommate named DJ Sandu. I don't know DJ Sandu that much. Comic. Pretty well respected in town. People seem to like this guy. That's all I know about him. Ty posted private messages. This is the kind of guy Ty is. This is the kind of person he is. Just think about this, what I'm about to tell you, before you watch this video. It's insanity. Think about the guy who does what I'm about to tell you. DJ Sandu reached out to him and was just like, hey, man, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, why? And he's like, I don't know. You just seem a little, because he was going crazy on Facebook, you know, more so than usual. He's always like, again, a little manic queen. But, you know, more so than crazy, and calling Trixx, that was a real Freudian, I'm sorry. Calling Trixx a joke thief and stuff. And, and DJ Sandu reached out and he was like, hey, it just like, you sure you want to do this? Like, you're just attacking this Trixx guy. Like, calling somebody a joke thief as a comic is kind of like if Ty said that I stole one of his jokes, like, I think I have to hit you now. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think the handbook says I have to find you and punch you now. I'm just kidding. Anybody who results to physical violence clearly is a Neanderthal. But, you know, it's fighting words in the comedy community. And he tried to talk, and then Ty just went off on DJ like fuck you. I'm the only honest one in this community, and da 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 da. First of all, you know, that's something Ty and I might get along with. Like, there's a lot of fake fucks in this community. It's gonna end though soon. Lines are being drawn. I think it's gonna be really fun to see where these chips lay. And I don't have a horse in the race. So these fans of Ty, you know, are confused. They're like, why are you going after Ty so hard? This one guy, this is pretty much what he says. He's like, I don't know. Like, I go over to Patrick's channel and all I learn is that he hates you. And then I come over to your channel and learn that you just don't talk about him. Now, here's the thing that you have to put together in your head. And again, I don't want to like call you stupid for not recognizing this stuff, but you don't have a 360-degree view of Ty Rivera and like how he works and manipulates the comedy community. Ty would only ever go after smaller fish. He only ever goes after people who he can exercise some sort of subversive control over. Now, I'm not trying to pick on somebody like Kool-Aid, let's say, but, clearly Ty is a tier above in the comedy world, at least as far as experience and how they're booked, okay? I don't think Kool-Aid would have a problem with me saying that or arguing that. Ty has been around longer, headlines all over the place, clubs that Alex doesn't headline. These are just facts. Now, Ty, of course, has no problem going after and attacking Ansel, subverting Ansel, making Ansel needy to him. I'm sorry, but and I'm not saying this about Alex, but I've watched him do this to about 6 or 7 comics over the past year. Come to me and said this stuff. I've heard stories that he's done to these comics, made them cry, threatened them, taking away work and stuff. This guy's a bully. He said this about Trixx, like, I'm not trying to cancel Trixx, but he's a joke thief. And it's like, what? First of all, laughable that Ty thinks he has the clout to cancel anyone, As far as I know, no one's taking your meetings. You know what I mean? So, easy. There's a lot of weird flexes coming out of the Ty camp. There's a lot of strange behavior coming out of the Ty camp. I'm not gonna like call him out on everything I know right now, because you got to keep some in the chamber. Also, I want people to know that it's not important. Like, this really isn't like a personal thing for me. I openly admit not knowing Ty very well. I have been introduced to Ty 4 or 5 times and talked to him on multiple occasions. We've done multiple shows together. We headline some of the same clubs around the country where we're on the count. Like, so for you to be like, I'm not even aware of Patrick Melton. I don't know who Patrick Melton is. It's like, you're either lying, you're either a liar, or you're so fucking vain and narcissistic. Your head is so far up your own ass. And it might be that. I have no doubt that this guy has no recollection or memory of meeting me, ever. I have no doubt of that. Now, I think he likes telling people that because that makes him seem more important. Okay? I think he likes to say to people, like, oh, I don't know who that is. I don't even know who that is, because it's kind of like a pejorative, right? Like, it's just like I don't know who that is. It's like, there are people on the planet who don't know Bill Burr. Does that mean he's not a comic? Okay. So, number one, when you're firing that out of your cannon as your first bullet, I don't even know who that is. Like, okay, good one. Number two, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Why no Los Dos? Why no number 2? What does that mean? Is that what that means? A manipulator and a gaslighter like Ty is the ultimate coward. Correct. So when his fans see him going, I don't know, Patrick does a lot of shows about you. First of all, let's get this clear. I take polls of my listeners very frequently. They like the Ty stuff. They think he's an insane loon, and they eat it up. Like, his behavior is worthy of study and discussion. So let's not, like, oh my God, he's obsessed with you. It's like, no, I'm just enjoying this season of Ty. Okay? I'm just enjoying it. So I'm not advocating for his cancellation, his takedown. Actually, I am. Get rid of this guy. I don't know. I'm not delusional or lost enough to think I control any of that stuff. I wanted to be very clear, and I've been very clear from the onset of this. I don't even really consider myself a member of the Las Vegas comedy community. I'm watching from the outside, and I'm taking advice and recommendations from comedians in the community. And by the way, there's a lot of newer comics who aren't blinded by Ty. They message me too. So it may look to people, this is what I want people to understand. A couple of things before we get into this. It may look to people that I'm insane and I'm going off and Ty doesn't care. He couldn't care more, okay? Think about it. All he does is attack videos, right? All he does is talk about people who have wronged him, how he's cutting them out of his life, and how he's done with it, and how he sets people straight, how he lays out the rules. He doesn't put up with shit. This is all he does. Watch every video. Every video is fights, altercations, and breakups with friends. This is true, right? Now, think about it. If I've picked on him and done all this to him, why wouldn't he respond? It's like, because there's too much truth to all of it. I know you don't know me. I know you don't trust me. I know I look like the bully. I'm flipping the script on you. I'm the nice man. I'm the fair man. I have a lot of friends in this community. Now, I have no doubt that if you ask people privately in this community, they'd be like, he's a bit of an asshole, but he's pretty funny. And I think like he's never been under. I'm telling you, talk to anybody. Never unfair to anyone. Okay? Never unfair to anyone. I think people know that. And here's how you know. We've gone after people on this show. Okay? Garrett Hall. Garrett Hall and I talked like mature adults. We're fine. We're fine. Big disagreement. We don't get along. I made a video kind of insulting. Went after him a little bit. He got it. He's like, I know you're just hamming it up to be funny. Totally got it. We talked. We're cool. Imagine that. Guess who I've been talking to for a couple days? Mr. Trixx. Gets it. Gets it. Knows about the foot video I made of him. Talked about it. We're all good. We're adults. He's like, that's behind me. You know, I moved it. Like, I get it. Who hasn't made a goddamn mistake? I didn't know, Ty, just so you know, he got in my way. He came along, shoved me. Now, just like this Catherine Maloney thing, I don't react on the first shove. I'm not a get upset on the first push kind of guy. I'm big. I'm abrasive. I know a lot of times I just take up more than one seat, and sometimes I'm going to bump into people in life. Okay? This is a metaphor, not an actual bus trip I took. So I assume the first time anybody has a problem with me that I've done something wrong, and probably need to apologize, or at least be on the the lookout. But you come at me 2-3 times, it's like it's game on. And you have to understand, I have to entertain people. So I have no problem diving into everything you've ever done and picking it apart. Darn Caboose in the chat. Picking apart freaks has always been one of our favorite activities. Right. I want you to know this. I've been doing this since 2005. Okay? I'm not new to the net. Everybody else, they're just like, oh my God, who's this bully screaming? I've been doing it. Consider this show as like a pilot for everything you've ever seen on Tosh.0. Okay? That's how long I've been doing this. Okay? So I don't need to fucking hear it. I do it because I care. And I'm the best at it. The Dan Ninen interview is the greatest of all time. Thank you very much, man. That means a lot. It comes along every couple of years. We get a really good one. These are big moments in the show. But until then, we have to suckle at the teat that is Ty. And I hope you're ready to do that. So I do want people to know I'm not an insane man. But I do have a little bit of a conscience. So what I've done with this show is shift away a little bit from just focusing on random boobs that we find on the internet, such as Simply Sarah or Tommy NC 2010. I don't want to pick on these people. These are just people doing vlogs, okay? And it's not their fault that, the YouTube revolution came after us and they started doing this and we thought it was hilarious because we'd never seen anything like it. We never got into YouTube. The past year, I've been paying a little attention to YouTube and we'll maybe switch over to this from Twitch. But, YouTube was never our focus. We were podcasters before video was ever a component thought of it. We used to do a thing called Pal Talk, where we had webcams in the studio and you would have to pay like $50 a year. You care too much. Yeah, that's probably what it is. But I want people to know, like, this Lindsay Glazer woman, she has to be watching this. She sees this and then the Catherine Maloney thing, and she's just like, this man's a maniac who just attacks people. And it's like, I'm kind of a sweet guy. I want people to know that. I also put up videos about vaccine cards and love sex sofas. We do a lot of material over here. And then it got leaked out yesterday because I started a new YouTube channel called NLO Clips. If you haven't noticed, we stopped posting clips from the show on this channel, on our main channel. And we're going to start posting those over at the NLO Clips channel. But I haven't promoted that yet. But I've been posting videos there for about a month. If you go over there now, there's hours and hours of stuff to watch. And consider it like an NLO radio on YouTube. That's what you'll be able to think of this new channel as. You'll be able to kind of leave it on. I'll create playlists eventually once we have enough videos on there to curate content into categories. Sorry for this plug, by the way. But I might as well get it in now because it got leaked out. I was accidentally logged into the NLO Clips account when I went over there and was messing with Ty the other day. So then I look like even more of a nut because this account had never been promoted. So it had like no views and no subscribers. So I just look like a fucking idiot screaming. And they're like, who is this guy with nobody watching? He's making professional videos that no one is looking at. It was pretty good. But I'll tell you about it now. Go over to NLO Clips. It's going to be a new channel. Where we'll do all the best of stuff. This channel will be exclusively for long form shows. I've also gotten yelled at significantly about this channel doing chapters. People want chapters for the videos so they can skip through topics. I'll try. Again, I'm learning YouTube. I don't know how any of this stuff works. I have a Puerto Rican boy named Rusty in my closet pushing buttons, making all this stuff work. Shit. Shall we get to it? Okay. Have I given enough disclaimers, ladies and gentlemen? Bookers, bouncers, comedians, cohorts, and fans of the cringe. Would you like to dive in to Mr. Ty Rivera versus Trixx? It's the battle of the century, the biggest fight
in the world.
Little backstory, okay? This past week it was Trixx's birthday, okay? Up at LA Comedy Club. Now, I would have liked to probably gone out this weekend. I think I'm getting ready to venture out. I'm going to work on getting my vaccine, I think, this week, going so that I can start going out again. But I think I'm going to get into going out and making it real awkward at places. And let this be known. I don't have problems with most of the comics in Vegas. Most every comic in Vegas has been pretty nice, pretty cool, and good people. I think I have beef with about 3 guys is my current tally. Everybody else, no probs with. Other than the fact that I do think everybody who has a problem with Ty, who texts me about it all day, and there's about 38 of you, who Ty has wronged in some way or fucked over in some way, yet you're not quite ready to go public about it. It might be the time. Have we learned nothing from women? What are we all just going to sit around on this for 6 years? And then be sitting in a green room somewhere in New America after Trump comes back and takes control. We're all just going to be sitting around going like, oh my God, do you remember when Ty? It's like, let's start telling the stories. You have to understand this. I'm telling you right now, this guy has no power over you. He can't get you canceled anywhere. Stop being afraid of that. Stop being afraid of that. Okay? That's number one. And let me tell you something, you'll never get anywhere in comedy if you're still walking around with that timid attitude. You're trying to be friends with everyone. It isn't possible. There are things you can't control. So I say pick your battles, pick your real friends, and take control of it. Also, you should never really feel bad about somebody you've given chance after chance after chance who has absolutely fucked you over and done you wrong. You just shouldn't. Alex Ansel makes a great point in the chat. Alex Ansel, another one of these guys. He hates Ty. I'll just start fights for everybody. Alex Ansel told me Ty brushes his asshole with Colgate. Yeah. Just sits there, straddling over the bowl. He faces the wall. He uses his left hand. He goes around back. He goes like this until it just suds up. And then he has his dog, little Whimsy Bijou. Lick it clean. Am I right, Ty? I like Whimsy. Okay, so that's in. Don't get me wrong. I know that's very immature and has nothing to do. Don't let that like have a bearing on. Wow, he has no ammo against Ty. He's just doing voices. We have to have a little bit of whimsy and fun, huh? Whimsy's alligators. So Alex goes, I'm sorry to hear about your wife taking the kids. Okay. This is a funny comment because it reminds me, and thank you. It reminds me that Ty, just so you know before we go into this, if you think Ty doesn't care about me and doesn't mention me, he's slipped up so many times making his tapes that he thinks we don't notice when he says something that's like explicitly out of one of my shows. My fans are savages. I get emails. I get told. Okay? And the other day in this show, we were chatting. Again, I watched this when he aired it live, and I didn't pay attention to the audio at all. So I don't know anything that was said because we were all in the chat room typing with Ty. Typing with Chai. God damn it. You know what I'm saying. So it's going to be fresh eyes when we go back and watch it. But he said, he goes, you guys have to understand a little something about Patrick. His wife just left him and took the kids. So he's got a lot of time on his hands and he's really bored. Okay. I almost fell down laughing. The other fans that were in his chat, we were messaging, were dying. I do a running joke on this show about having a wife named Kathleen and fake kids, twins, Jake, Timon and Poom. Hold on. What are their names? Sasha and Malia, and a son named Jacob. And then I do a running gag on this show about how she left me because she cheated with Rick, who is a fake sponsor of the show from Rick's Wings and Rings over on Decatur, which is also not a real place. So Ty listens, but he's so new to the show and such a casual listener, he doesn't know these little inside jokes that we do. Apologize to Wendy's, all this kind of stuff that you have to like listen to the show to get. Like if you listen to the show once, you're like, who are these insane idiots talking about Wendy's? And Kathleen, she fucked him in front of the kids. Did she take the Sunfire too? Yeah, all these are inside bits. I have a hybrid Sunfire. Don't worry about it. Yellow. So Ty on his show types into the chat like, "Don't worry, guys. He's just mad because his wife left him and took the kids." And I was just like, "Oh my God, he does. He listens to every show. He listens to every word that's said about him. Don't think I'm not dumb. I know he's narcissistic. I know he loves this. You know, it's part of the game, right? We're watching him. He's watching us. It's what we do. But whoever wins is the person who wins control over your mind. And I hope to God it is me.
Oh, no.
But Ty watches everything, man. Every little thing we do. And it's so funny because he always has to like, he wants to rebut me, but he can't do it directly. So he has to like find ways to bring things up and then argue with a straw man. You know what I mean? So like, for instance, let's say I just go, you know, like, oh, he really did, he really did, Alex Ansel dirty. Okay. Like he did. I don't even remember what happened with Alex Ansel. Something to do with tits, but you know, what involving him isn't mostly tit. He also hates, Ty hates fat people. I've seen it enough to be able to call this definitively right now. He has a real stick up his ass about fat people. I don't know if he's jealous. I don't know if he's a chubby chaser. I don't know what the deal is, but you know, he's he hates fat people. It's so fucked. It's so fucked. It's so dumb. Oh God. So yeah, there's a lot there. There is a lot to unpack there. But let's dive into it because God knows we're how long into this now? Fucking how long have we been doing a show? I don't even fucking know. 45 minutes. Yeah, let's dive into it. All right, so we're gonna watch it. We're gonna stop it a lot. I will show you this just so you're aware. How am I gonna do that? Okay. This is his album art, which is like, this looks like something you'd put on the fridge from a sixth grader. It's like, could you be more hasty? You know what I mean? Like I spent more time on the album art for this review of the show than he did. By the way, if it's not clear before we start this, I'm Team Trixx. Let me tell you something before we even start this. Ty's going to tell you that, oh, that's it? He just hates you for being friends with me, Alex? Like, I'm sorry about that. Like, honestly, but like, I guess you made that choice, but trust me, he would throw you away for something eventually anyway. Like, it doesn't matter. Also, like, don't fuck with I've known Alex for about 10 years now, you know? Way before anybody in Vegas knew him. I'm sure you knew Ty from Texas too, but you know, doesn't mean he's not a piece of shit. What was I saying? Oh, so a couple things before we get into this. Now, there won't be any video of Ty, so don't get your hopes up about that. Here's why. And he'll give you a lot of reasons and stuff. He edited this show for 2 or 3 days. I don't understand what this guy's doing. I couldn't make a show, and I'm using that in air quotes because this is not a show. This is a man who left his phone on during an episode. And I don't mean of a podcast. I mean manic. He left his phone on and just babbles. And he's also very monotone. He doesn't enunciate things very much. He mumbles a lot. So a lot of underspeaking. He's one of these real low energy guys. We all get low energy, man. But like, have some variance in your voice tones. You know, let's get some frequency modulation going on. I don't know, honestly. So I apologize in advance for the droning. But let it be known right now, if this boy has a pimple or, you know, I'm covered in them, or just had botched surgery, which is every other week because I think he has a subscription service to Botox box or whatever it is. He doesn't go about every other one. We're seeing this every other show. He won't go live. Like he just won't go live. Just doesn't. Sorry, not won't go live. He never goes live. I don't think he's ever done a live show. He won't do video. He won't do video. So we're just forced to stare at this while he drones on. Here we go.
Okay, in comedy, the one thing people pretend to stand against, the one thing people pretend is just you're not allowed to do it, is stealing jokes. And I'm going to tell you guys the reason that never changes before I start this episode. The reason that never changes is because when you call somebody out for actually taking parts of your bit, they will make it seem like you're just being petty. Even if the person has a reputation for stealing jokes, they'll still make excuses for that person and act like that person is somehow excusable. Like, because the bit that we're going to talk about is a bit I do where I mention Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson has been dead for 10 years.
And I also mention...
Okay. Sorry to stop it already. So he goes... I'm already exhausted, man. Like, I'm already exhausted. I want to say this about Trixx. Again, I've known this dude 7-8 years. I work at a lot of the clubs he works. Again, same thing. I'll go through a city. I'll see him on the same calendar that I'm on. You can't tell me you're not aware of me, dummy. You know what I mean? So I've never once heard an accusation about Trixx stealing a joke or material. Ever. I have had, this is not an exaggeration, 50 comedians message me privately, horror stories of Ty almost blackmailing them. Like, if you don't straighten up and do this and act this way around me, or stop doing this, or act like this, I'll fuck your life up. Okay? He's like the mafia of comedy. And don't let him tell you any otherwise. He burned every solid bridge he had in Los Angeles. He goes back now occasionally to do a handful of shows. He's not welcome there for more than 3 sundowns before he has to leave. These are facts. Ask around. He has been run out of Arizona, where he has pissed people off to no end. Understand that when people have it gobbed up in their head, like, oh, he works a lot though. This man works $25 wing huts. Occasionally, he will get booked into a real club. Occasionally. But most of his shows are garbage fires. Let it be known. It's just true. Okay. There's a reason. I mean, ask yourself this. There's a reason he's like begging for 25-cent referral clicks on Whimsy's rubber alligators from on average 200 to 300 YouTube views. Okay? It's not going well. Burn my YouTube account. No shit given. Also, click the referral link below for some jerky. Alien fresh jerky. It's made in Baker, California, and it tastes just like Grandpa used to taste. Back to it. But I want you to hear the joke that he just said, by the way. The joke, he's accusing Trixx of stealing a Michael Jackson joke. He goes, first of all, the jokes we'll be talking about are these. My Michael Jackson joke. And then he played the clip. And all he said was, Michael Jackson died 10 years ago. That was the joke. Don't believe me? Let's wind it back. I wanted to be very clear that this man thought he'd make an hour-long video about what isn't even a joke. This is it.
Even if the person has a reputation for stealing jokes, they'll still make excuses for that person and act like that person is somehow excusable. Like, because the bit that we're going to talk about is a bit I do where I mention Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson has been dead for 10 years.
And
Michael Jackson has been dead for 10 years. Oh, come on, yeah. Why pull the clip? People needed to hear that? The joke I'll be talking about is a joke about Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson. So it is a clip. It's like, why even play that clip? It's pointless. It certainly isn't a joke. Still think this guy's the king of Vegas comedy, very well respected? You're out of your mind.
I also mentioned Elvis Presley.
Music used to be fun. Now you're not allowed to listen to it. Get in trouble because the artist, you know? So I don't know when that rule started. We're supposed to care about the artist.
First of all, music used to be fun. Not allowed to listen to it anymore. I don't know when that started, getting in trouble for listening to it. It's like, what? I can open up Spotify right now and play Elvis. It doesn't come up with a pop-up window or anything. It's like, you're in trouble. So the premise sucks. Instead of blaming Trixx for stealing a joke, you should be thanking anyone for making you throw this bit away. Music sucks. Can't even listen to it anymore without a 747 landing in your hair. Makes just as much sense. That doesn't happen, and neither does the thing you said. Get in trouble for listening to things. Can't listen to Elvis. Like, what? These aren't jokes. This is awful.
His personal lives. Elvis married a fucking 15-year-old. Nobody gave a fuck.
And I'm going to play.
That was the joke. That was the joke. We're supposed to not listen to music because of their personal lives. Elvis fucked a 15-year-old. Nobody gave a shit. This is the joke you're mad about? Throw it away. Like, what? The joke you're mad about is a fact about Elvis? Do you think jokes are facts? This milk expires on April 10th. You stole my joke. Your milk also expires on April 10th? Parallel thought. This guy is dumb. Imagine A, thinking that's a joke worth protecting, and B, protecting it. Like, oh man, he took your good Elvis bit? Fuck off. Also, I call horseshit. You know, I call horseshit. Nobody stole this bit. Okay? This isn't even like a fact someone repeat at a dinner party during a lull in conversation. Even his so-called comedy sounds low energy. Yeah, I mean, you can't even flick your camera on for people. You're just gonna. By the way, he's incensed about this. He's very, this is up there for him. So like, I'm mad. Somebody stole my bit, and I'm not gonna take it anymore. And this is what he conjured up from the old energy well. Like, get the fuck out of here. Do you know that I'm in my shorts all day, every day? Again, mostly watching reruns of The West Wing and Jersey Shore. And then I meander up the stairs, fire up a feed, and do a show for you people. The least I could do is put on the lights and flip on the cam and put on a clean shirt. This guy's like, I can't even be bothered. He's just covered in Whimsy's alligators and cum. He just... Like, in what world do you think we all think you're living a great life, dope? No one is watching you going, Ty's killing it unless you're an open micer. And I mean this, and I don't want to be insulting to anybody. But like, if you're one of these dummies who's just mindlessly sticking up for Ty, I like really, really think about this. And be honest. Like, look into me and see what I've done in my career. By all means. But more importantly, I want you to think about where you are in your career. If you're sitting at home going like, I am an overweight 22-year-old girl with a minimum wage job, you know, who just looks like I slump for a living. Maybe I don't know everything there is to know about comedy since I started yesterday. Maybe I'll sit this one out and shut the fuck up and see if I learn something. Because let me tell you something, friends. That's how I learned about Ty. I have been Facebook friends with this guy for 10 years. We never had an interaction on Facebook. Why, Patrick? Does he not post on Facebook? Oh, he does. I don't. I've posted more on Facebook in the past 48 hours than in the past year. And I'm starting to love it. And I have been banned twice. It's so easy and fun. But yeah, like the reason we never got into it is because I don't mix it up with dummies. I watch this dope post dramatic episode after episode of fights and nitpicking and drama and lies, bitching. I watched him doling advice out to comics, you know, while just doing shit. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not trying to insult you, but like, look at his schedule. It's like, oh, you're at an Indian casino one night and then you're back here for a bargain. Like, I'm not impressed with that. Smarter, not harder to me. I'm not impressed that every other week you're on the road to Tucson doing whatever at Chuckle Fucks. Like, that's not a thing to me that I give a fuck about. And also, like, if you want to do that, by all means, fucking do it. Stop acting like it impresses anyone other than open micers. So again, I say this and I implore you, if you think you're friends with Ty is cool and he's a great guy, how long have you been in this scene and how many people do you really candidly talk to about Ty? Try again. Okay? Because it ain't good.
Play several different versions of it.
Elvis
Trixx.
slept with a 15-year-old. You know what I mean? These are not bits. Imagine every time I just fired up Wikipedia and just read a fact. Elvis liked peanut butter and banana sandwiches. I'd be deluded into thinking I was a fucking comic too, I guess. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Fuck.
Who is the person that is taking parts of this bit or decided last night to take parts of this bit. And I try to talk to him person to person because to me, that's the better way to handle things is just to actually talk to and I wouldn't.
He just got a phone call there. I heard his phone ring. That's why he stuttered a little bit. He had to look and see who it was. You heard him be distracted, right? Like, and that's why I don't even get involved with it. Like, all right. Play, motherfucker.
Even be recording a podcast about it if he had just said, like, look, I'm sorry, but it must have just seeped into my mind and I won't do it again. Like, because
this is key, okay? And I'm sorry to break it down. We're a minute into it. He goes, all he had to do was say, oh, did I? I didn't mean to. Sorry. And I would have not made it a big deal. It's like, when I tell you, this is 100% true. Here's how Ty Rivera and I had a falling out, so to speak. I woke up. I posted something about people who are posting gigs in the middle of a pandemic. He read into that thinking I was talking about a category of persons he fits into. I wasn't. He assigned meaning to the post and decided he was a victim. And then he was going to, again, we don't interact. And I've seen a million posts on his threads the world over, that I don't interact with. Because it's like, imagine if every time you saw someone say something you don't agree with on the internet, you had to like I don't have the time. But he does, So he made up that he was a victim from this post. He wasn't. It wasn't even about him or who he thought it was about. And then he said something to me, and I just went, and I just think I said like, calm down or something. It's not that serious. I'm going to get some coffee. And then I literally did exactly that. I think I went outside and had a coffee and enjoyed my morning. Watched the birds and a bee, just one. His name's Carl, and he doesn't really like me. And then I come back in. I leave my phone, have some calm. I come back in. It's literally an hour and a half later. Ty Rivera has posted to my calm thing about getting coffee. Sound familiar, Catherine Maloney? He's posted like 5 or 6 times. The first time he posted like saying something to me. Then he, like a couple minutes later, was like, but you probably da 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 da. And the next one was like, and that's fine. You're allowed to da 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 da. But I don't have to deal with it. And then on the next one, he's just like, blocked. I don't need people like this. So like, that is literally what happened. I made a joke about getting coffee and not wanting to get involved in a fight this early in the morning. That's literally all I did. He then made up. So he's already mad about something he made up. Then he made up other things and got himself so angry at me in a thing I wasn't participating in that he blocks me. Okay. Now that's level 1. I was like, what a fucking weirdo. Like, I was just like, wow. Like, sorry I missed that spiraling. But then I get sent the screenshot. Of course, with a drama queen like Ty, that's not enough. He had to run over to his page and retell the story in, of course, a completely delusional way, making himself the victim and setting me straight. And I want to say this again. What he thought the post meant, it didn't even mean. And I never even argued with him. I never even argued with him. Not once. And he told a narrative of just like, these shitty comics, ... And it's just like, I had seen this post, not exactly, but this template about a million other people from Ty Rivera over the years. Never thought about it or said a word other than, wow, this fella seems very particular about how people interact with him. Glad I never do. Little did I know, one day he would come take a shit in my yard. And that's what he did. So then it all made sense. Like all these posts over the years of just calling people out. He call out culture du jour, this guy. He loves calling, like, Patrick, aren't you calling him out now? It's like, yeah, but I'm karma. He loves like just posting private messages, screenshots, kind of telling you about little personal interactions of his day, telling you about his behavior in case you see him in public and he's acting like X, just so you know it's because Y. This kind of thing. He posted it about Matt Markman the other day. Tell me this isn't just an inflammatory piece of garbage post about Matt Markman. He's just like, just so people know, I had a falling out with Matt Markman. So if you see us out at the same place and I'm not hanging with Matt Markman, that's why. I'm not kidding you. This is a 57-year-old comedian posting that. The level of megalomania is beyond extra. Okay? You couldn't contain it in a jar full of fireflies. It's so fucking insane to like go on to a public forum of people who could give no shits and be like, just so everybody knows, if you see me in a room with this guy, I won't be sitting with him. It's like, just be in a room and don't sit with him. You know? Like, what if you just did that? It's delusion.
You're going to find out on the podcast because I already recorded it. I'm just recording this after to add. You're going to hear on the podcast.
I already recorded it. I'm adding this after to add.
Like, we have other things that have happened where we don't get along anymore. We used to be friends. I'm one of the people that really urged him to move to Las Vegas. I was bugging him to move to Las Vegas because I thought he'd be a good addition here. So when it comes to this particular...
Again, Ty talking about this scene like he's somehow the custodian of it. I thought I'd let him move here because he'd be a good addition, but I was wrong. Oh, yeah, you're going to ban him now? Wicked Witch of the Whack? Fucking hell. You're like, I thought I'd let him come, but I was wrong. You don't control anything. We're all with Trixx. Okay? No one believes he stole your Elvis fact. Okay? That's dumb.
Situation, it's like he's seen me working on the bit, and so I'm going to play that as well, like him actually. This was August 20th, 2019. Is when this particular...
It's like, this is all just audio. You know? Why not tell me this is fucking July 4th, 1776? You know, like who... So what I'm about to play for you is definitive proof. And then he just plays a thing. It's like, this is so dumb. Like, I feel dumb for covering it. In the 3 days it took him to make this and edit it together and cobble it together, you would think rationale would sink in and he'd be like, maybe I don't need to make a 58-minute video about an Elvis fact that I don't really own and probably shouldn't put in my comedy show. I'll save it for my TED Talk on cool things you didn't know about Elvis. like if I ever caught myself editing an hour-long video trying to get my sweet Elvis, it's like, what do you want out of this? Okay? You wanted him to apologize after the show and then what, like never do it again so you can keep doing this shitty Elvis bit? Okay. He didn't. Now what? I just want people to know that if you hear about Elvis sleeping with a 15-year-old, I looked that up first. Like, what's the end game? How do we end this amicably? We don't. Trixx is now banished from the kingdom of Ty, and never the twain shall meet. And he'll just move on and keep getting new friends. And that's why, by the way, most of his friends tend to be younger, newer comics. There's a reason Ty's always taking younger, newer, different comics on the road. Once you go on the road with Ty, you never want to do comedy again. Like, nobody who goes on the road with Ty wants to do comedy with Ty again. He's not fun. He's not easy to get along with. He's not chill. Like, this is a high-strung pill queen constantly jabbering, constantly telling you about how, some victim story about how he was wrong. Constantly. It never stops with this guy. So imagine an hours and hours long road trip with him. Any new comics they realize very quickly it's not worth the sausage dogs and Hamiltons that I'm getting paid to ride, shotgun with this nutcase. Imagine road tripping with he'd never stop talking to you. And then my problem with Alex Ansel was, oh my God. And then Matt Markman's such a piece of shit. And my falling out with Brandt was actually, and the thing about Jill Kimmel, just like having to tell you what's wrong with every relationship he's ever had. It's like, oh, I'm telling you, man, anybody who has to block almost every other person he talks to, and anybody who has to censor all their shit, they can't do anything live or uncut. You watch his videos, the ones he's in, it's like the cuts are insane. It's like, say something live. He can't. He'll stumble and mumble and trip over a lie. He can't do it. He has to get his story straight. He's also not smart. So, like, you literally can hear the gears grinding as he fucking speaks and thinks. But I'm telling you, everything has to be edited. Everything has to be filtered. He will block you. He will cut you out. It is the mark of a delusional person who is building this around them. I can't have anyone challenge my reality or I push them away. You do something I don't like, get out. You do something a way I don't like, get out. You say, I did something, you get out. I feel attacked, you get out. You like a guy I don't like, get out. It's like sooner or later, you're left with the weak. By the way, people who challenge you are usually the best at what they do and what you should surround yourself with. You need DJ Sandu texting you going like, you might want to check yourself, buddy. That was a good friend that you summarily discarded. You just threw him away. Why? Didn't suit your mania at the moment, I'm not mentally ill. I'm not mania. I don't have, he went off. Like, I've not been diagnosed with bipolar. I don't have mania. You're not a good friend. It's like the first episode, of Mania sneaks up on you, Dad. This is not to be joked with. We're having fun, but like, honestly, I think you're mentally ill, man. You're not registered in the same world the rest of us are. Like, almost as bad as like looking at a blue cloud and saying that it's gray or green or purple or tie dyed. So, I don't know where we go from here, but like, again, you've thrown away Trixx, you've thrown away DJ Sandu. Also out of this, you were asked to leave LA Comedy Club. You may actually be banned from there. I think they're afraid to ban you from there because they think you're somebody and that you'll start trouble and badmouth them. I think they should fucking do it and call your bluff. Here's a little thing I know about you. You don't have a real following. Nobody gives a shit, and you can't cancel shit. Okay? You have no authority. You have no power. And almost everyone in Vegas has had about enough of your horse shit. You've fucked over everybody here enough, and you're going to get run out of this town too. Let us know how Denver is. I mean, Brandt, Joe Kimmel, club bookers, club owners, it doesn't look good to constantly be involved in this drama. You Dunning-Kruger son of a bitch. Yeah, I mean, it just, like, literally, like, dumbfounded. The world you've built for yourself. Like, it's just like, oh my God. Go through and watch his whole show. Like, if you watch my whole show, you'll be like, oh my God, he just like has all these dopes he watches. And then he also talks about Tesla. Like, seems to be having a fun time. A lot of inside jokes, cool stuff. What is Ty's show? This week, I was at a bar crushing it as usual, and I usually let nothing bother me and notice nothing. But I saw a guy doing something very mild that had nothing to do with me, and I just need to let the world know. It's like, these are angry, unhappy people perpetually. Like, it doesn't end. Like, imagine being with this dude. He acts like he's just a man whore and loves it. It's like no one can stand you for 2 nights. It's like, you know, at a point, it's funny and cool to be on Grindr and bang a different dude every night. At some point, it's just like, when you walk, your ass sounds like a sack of pennies. Are you all right? Don't forget Bitcoin.
Recording was done, or it wasn't just me, because I record pretty much all of my sets, at least the audio.
Pretty much.
Which is something I've talked about before. I don't listen to enough, and because I had to go through all these last night, there's still a few that I haven't gone through that I, can probably go through.
What?
I've done the joke over 100 times just because of the amount of time that I've gone up, and since shutdown, I haven't really done it that much. I've done it a couple of times. Once at the LA Comic.
Again, we're talking about Elvis fucked a 15-year-old. That was the line. That was the line. We're supposed to care about what they do in our personal lives. Elvis fucked a 15-year-old. That's not a joke.
I don't know if Trixx was there that night or.
I haven't done it much lately. Oh yeah, you haven't been doing that fact lately.
No, it's not like I'm constantly paying attention to who's around, because
there he goes again. I don't really notice things. It's like that isn't. You're not coming off as cool in that story as I think. You think. You know what I mean? Like we have a thing on this show called Out of It. Ooits. You're up there. And bragging about it. It's like, I don't really pay attention to my surroundings. It's like, cool. Please let me take a road trip with you.
Really, just as comics, that's a code we have. And when it came to Trixx and stealing jokes in the past, which he's known for in Canada.
He's not. He's not. I've never heard that. Remember, I do a lot of international comedy. I hang out with Canadian comics, abroad and here in the US. I've never heard anything but nice shit about this guy aside from the old foot thing. But that was hardly a secret. It was in Vice. You know what I mean?
He's known for a couple of things in Canada, but that's one of the things he's known for in Canada. When it comes to that, I just always assume that that's in his past and he's done with that, or I assumed he was done with that. So understand, to me, this is not something I take lightly. This is not something that I would just throw out.
I mean, you couldn't tell by your voice. I just want to make this very clear that this is not something I take. Again, be lower energy. What gigs are you like? And be honest, like the comics who are watching this in the chat, is this how he is at gigs? At every gig? Is it this low energy? I'm almost 300 pounds and I have more energy than this. What? I'm very angry about this. It's Jesus, dude. I'd hate to hear you relaxed. We'd need a fucking stethoscope to make sure you were still with us.
Out there because we're not getting along. Technically, I thought that one day he would come to his senses and we would just have a chat about what happened. Because when it came to our personal situation, it really was about me just putting down a boundary. I didn't like what he was doing, and I felt like he was trying to get in my head in a weird way. And so I went ahead and called that out, and I felt like, as far as friends go, you should just accept that and be done with it. Let it go. But this is what it is. And
like
what?
I
said,
he just gave a whole story without, like, he does this shit all the time too, where he's like really coy. He's like, and I had another situation with Trixx that I don't want to get into here, where he did something very mean to me, and I felt like he was playing with my mind a little bit, and I was like, you don't do that. But he knows what he was doing, and for several days I just ignored him and didn't get involved with it, but he knows what it was about. It's like, this is a story that you should never bring up again. It not only starts nowhere, it goes nowhere. I don't know what's happening anymore. We were all sitting, by the way, even his fans, go back and watch the chat of the live thing. They're just like, get to the story. What joke did he steal? Get to the story. We were all just like, this is so boring. The chat is more excited. Because again, I was railing the chat, like running it. And he's just sitting there. And just so people know, Trixx has a haircut that I'm not familiar with. It's like, God. And I am self-aware. So understand that you're going like, Patrick, well, you've covered 4 minutes of his podcast and you've been on an hour and a half. I know. But I'd like to think that I've kept it moving and explained things well. I'm trying to give everybody on the same page so we can all move along together. So if I'm over-explaining, I'm sorry. If I'm under-explaining, I'm sorry. If I'm being boring, I'm sorry. You can leave. It is midnight.
Play the parts of the bit that he...
Is this the F that Tim Dillon has on his podcast every time he goes to Vegas? Yes, it is. And not every time. I think once. Has he been on more than once? Because I don't think he has. If you ask me.
Oh, no.
he took, and then a couple different variations of it. I'm going to play...
I'd show you a video of him, but he got fillers the day before he did this.
Same room.
One more time for Trixx, Las Vegas. Let him hear.
So he's like, here's a time I did the Michael Jackson joke when he was in the same room. And he just plays a clip of Trixx getting off stage and him getting on stage. As if that proves anything. You know what I mean? I need to see a date and a time where you did a joke. By the way, not told a fact or mentioned Michael Jackson. You literally cut to a clip where you're like, Michael Jackson's a guy we've heard of. And use that as like evidence. This isn't how you make a case, okay? When I accused Butch Bradley of stealing money from me, I didn't come on and go, here I am doing comedy, so clearly he owes me money. That's not proof. By the way, we do have membership levels ready to go over here on YouTube. Should we pivot? Over to YouTube, and all the emotes and everything are already loaded in here. So if we do make the jump over here, you will get your gotems and stuff like that right back. Okay, bye. You know the deal. So if we do make this move over to, I don't know, is YouTube better? Do we like this better or worse? You guys let me know in the comments and stuff. Thanks.
Full 45 minutes, I believe, which you will not regret that, man. Seeing that guy for any amount of time is fucking awesome. One more time for Trixx, guys. So cool of you to come here. For making last comment. Make some noise also for our entire staff.
By the way, most of these guys work this LA comedy club, and that's like all they work. And I'm not shitting on them, but it's like, branch out or something. Like, I don't know. And I don't know, maybe LA has like that mafia rule where if we catch you doing a show over it. Yeah, I have no time for any of that stuff. I think I'm just going to go sit over there and make fun of everybody from now on.
Hooters who makes this thing possible. It's a team effort. George on lights and sound. We got Castle and Danny.
Who's Lee Barber?
Great show. Our last comic coming to the stage. Oh man, you're for a treat. A nationally touring headliner who just headlined at the Dirty at 12:30. He'll be headlining the LA Comedy Club at the Strat very soon. Make some noise for our final comic, Ty Rivera. Let him hear it.
Functionally, I don't like it better. Okay.
Fuck yeah.
That's his energy. That's him getting on stage. Guys, you ready? Welcome to the stage, Ty Rivera. Fuck yeah. Too good to be here. Too good to try. Again, on his YouTube videos, look at that. That's what he gave you. You know. No video. Just a man mumbling into a phone and throwing it up low energy. That's what he gives you. That's what he thinks of you. He thinks you're dumb. Same way in a live crowd, just just like, okay. I guess we'll stay here and watch this.
Give it up for Trixx, everybody.
There was a cut there.
And then he brings
Like, again, he's doing this to prove he did a show with Trixx. It's like, like, what?
up old shit too, like Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson has been dead for 10 years. I'm not going to stop listening to Michael Jackson music. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not going to stop listening to Michael Jackson music.
Michael Jackson's just coming along, man. Yeah, they're fucking going.
When I did the bit, I'm going to play him telling me that the bit is really coming along, the Michael Jackson bit.
That audio is like, this dude sucks so bad. He spent 3 days editing this. He like wrote tweets and Facebook updates about how grueling the editing the new Unbothered, where I tell all about Trixx. Like he let everybody know this was coming. You can't get audio levels on the same level. Like, and then he puts it in later. You can hear how he's doing. He's like, when I put it in, you'll also hear him say that the bit is coming along. It's like, yeah, we already heard it. Like, how are you editing this? This is awful, bro.
Michael Jackson's just coming along, man. Yeah, they're fucking going.
And for anybody that wonders why I would have a Michael Jackson bit at this point,
Yeah, that's what we've been asking this whole time.
the bit has less to do with Michael Jackson and more to do with the fact that people won't allow us to enjoy music anymore.
Again, false premise. Who's not allowing you? Who? I'd like the names of the people who have stopped you from enjoying music. Liar. The bit's really about something that isn't true. That's what you just said. For people wondering why I have a Michael Jackson joke, just so you know, it's a false premise.
Even like that's something people have taken away from us is now we're supposed to.
Who? Who hurt you? Who took away your music? I'm not aware of any streaming service or album purchasing entity that doesn't make the entire Jackson library available for purchase or stream. Are you? It's something they took from us. Still need evidence that this guy makes up victims? Oh, Patrick, it's for a bit. It's on stage. It's like, I'm telling you right now, this is a glimpse into the yellow submarine that is his brain. It's victim, victim, victim. It's a bit he may have wrote, but it's because of how he thinks. I can't even enjoy my music anymore. It's like, who says who? Put in your AirPods and blast it. You can't? Because of the voices in my head.
Care what the artists do in their personal lives, which I don't know when that started. That's what I say in the bit. You'll end up hearing it. Trixx changed the intro to the joke, remixing, as Carlos Mencia would put it. He changed it to now we're supposed to worry about morality, but we're selective with the morality, you know, because the way that I say the joke, which you'll hear, is
now we're not allowed to enjoy music because we were supposed to care what the artists do with their personal lives, which I don't know when that rule started.
then there's the part about digging up Michael Jackson, which last night he did.
Then they run out of people to be mad at now, and they'll dig.
Listen to him even stumble and bumble. He can't even open his mouth on stage. I run out of people to every mouth. Like, give it, just quit already. Like, come on. You don't want to be doing this anymore. Just stop. You're not good. That's the thing, too, is like, are we really going to sit here and argue about who's better as a comic, Trixx or Ty? I won't hear it. Like, one of them has sailed by on his coat of many colors. The other one, just a person of color.
Dig up fucking dead bodies. Michael Jackson. How many times are we going to talk about Michael Jackson? Not going to stop.
I mean, more, I guess. You keep bringing him up. Like, He's given no excuse. Like, can't listen to Michael Jackson anymore because they took that away from us. Come on, Michael Jackson. How many times are we going to bring up Michael Jackson? Like, you're the one bringing him up. You're asking us how many times? I don't know. How many times did you write it into this before you fumble your way to a punchline? I haven't heard a bit yet. I'm never stopping listening to Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson. Now you can't listen to Michael Jackson. They took that away from us. Michael Jackson. How many times are you going to bring up Michael Jackson? When does the punchline hit? I'm waiting for the bass to drop.
Stop listening to Michael Jackson music. I love Michael Jackson.
The Elvis
Like, you just, again, where's the punchline? And if this is the Elvis part, we know that's not it.
line, he took 100% verbatim.
Elvis married a 15-year-old, nobody gave a fuck.
So again, you're saying that Trixx took it verbatim and then playing a tape of you saying it. By the way, if Trixx said Elvis dated a 15-year-old, that's not a bit.
That's something he said last night. And like people would be like, why do you
And then
care
people
about
would
parts
be
of a joke,
just a
you know?
baby.
Then in the Michael Jackson bit, when I do it, I say I blame the parents, and he's like, I blame the moms. I blame the moms. Which, if you were there last night, you heard him say.
Is that his voice?
You know, so changing it from parents to moms, changing it from artists' personal lives to morality. And I don't know, you know, why we're selective about.
I don't know. I'll tell you what Trixx told me. And this is from Trixx. I talked to Trixx. Like, it's hard. First of all, it's hard to, like, again, this is so dumb and pointless. Because I'm sorry, unless I can hear Trixx say what you're saying he said, I don't believe you. We've heard you on this tape lie already. So, like, pardon me that I think everything that comes out of your mouth is, you know, Skittle-colored nonsense. Like, I just don't believe you. You are a liar. You are a manipulator. You are a professional victim. And you absolutely are not against throwing somebody under the bus to get just a little bit of clout. Okay? And again, I don't care. I'm not trying to get you to come over to me. By all means, don't be a fucking fan of me. Don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. But do yourself a favor and stop like being deluded by a dummy. Like, stop. Like, if you're letting yourself be fooled by this idiot, like, you're not doing yourselves any favor. Okay? You're coming across as a simp.
The morality, like it's just slightly remixing a bit that, like I said, that he's complimented me on as I was working on it.
That Michael Jackson was coming along.
So loud.
So he's seen me working on this bit since 2019.
So he's seen me. So Trixx told me this bit, whatever it is on an album he put out in 2019. Now, can we fire up? Is he on Spotify? Let's see. Trixx. Fab Five of comedy. Trixx.
Ladies and gentlemen, you ready for our last comic? This guy needs no introduction again. You see him on Much Music and probably in the club talking to you like, hey guy, I want your phone number. Give it up.
Of self-esteem. Like, no, you did. No, like, fuck that shit. No.
This is 2012. Yeah, I don't see an album on here. But that's what Trixx told me. Trixx told me the bit is on an album he put out in 2019. Now, again, I'm on Team Trixx here. But this isn't, from what I've heard, this is not a bit. This is not a joke. I haven't heard any funny part about this yet. And Ty's entire premise and take and concept for the bit is not true and wobbly at best. So I don't know what's going on here. And if this was in my set, I certainly wouldn't make a video and draw attention to it away from the club. You know, I had a bit about Michael Jackson. Like, okay. Like, it's not, I don't know if that's coming off.
The in and out that we've seen each other. And we did used to see each other a lot. And if he lies about that, everybody will know that that's a complete 100% lie, because anybody knows.
Who would lie? Like, this is the other thing. Liars always assume other people are going to lie. Like if I said, oh, like, it never crossed my mind that by me saying I've met Ty before, he would go, no, we haven't, because that's insane. Because we have. You know? Not good friends or known each other or talked ever outside of a club. Actually, we probably talked outside of a club. But, you know, imagine the first time I ever told you that. Like, yeah, I've met him a couple times. And if he lies about that and says we didn't, we did. It's like, that's not something you say in normal conversation when bringing up a fact. That's an insane thing to go like. I mean, this is like high school, right? You're like, oh, the cheerleader, Amy? Yeah, I fucked her. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Yeah, because you didn't? Ah, man. It's like kindergarten, dude. When you used to fuck.
When we were getting along, we used to see each other all the time. You know, people would see us around each other all the time because we actually did hang out to a degree. Not.
And if he says we did, he's lying. You know he's a liar.
We would always be hanging out, talking and stuff.
He
like
thinks
that.
we all care.
So,
so if you see us hanging out,
you guys can feel how you want about it. But like I said, this is why.
Like, again, he just told us, look, you guys can feel how you want about it. It's like, oh, thanks for the permission.
Things don't change in stand-up. This is why people like Carlos Mencia build entire careers off stealing bits. And with Trixx, he travels.
First of all, like, Carlos Mencia has been accused of stealing like a handful of bits. And for you to reduce it down to like his whole career is based on those stolen bits is reductive and dishonest. Okay? I don't know. It seems like he did steal the bits. Was that shitty? Yes. Let's not act like he didn't have other material. Okay. You when your example of a joke thief, the only one you can keep pulling out of your asshole is Carlos Mencia. It's like, you sound like the guys who think the KKK is active and alive and well, and they're like, 'cause back in 2013 there was a guy. It's just like, okay.
The country, he travels the world. So who knows how many people's bits he's taken parts of. And like I said, these are parts.
Does he only take the unfunny parts? Facts about Elvis and saying Michael Jackson 19 times in a row? Followed by how many times am I going to say Michael Jackson? I didn't realize that was your trademark brand of anti-comedy.
To the joke that he's taken. And for me, it's a lot like if you're customizing a car. Because we can admit, like a Michael Jackson bit at this point, or even like mentioning Elvis Presley, which I don't know a lot of people that are mentioning Elvis Presley, but whatever, because people have tried to already say that it might have been parallel thinking or whatever. Okay, everybody's talking about Elvis Presley in 2021. That makes perfect sense. But anyway, people are already saying that. So let's say, you're customizing a car, and
so again, the Elvis Presley thing, from what I can tell, is one line, which is just a fact about, Elvis Presley's biography. That he slept with a 15-year-old. It's like, everybody knows that's my fact. Like, okay.
It's a Chevy, let's say, a Camaro even, to be more specific. And then your neighbor, who's also your friend, says, you know what? I'm going to customize my car too. And instead of doing their own customizations, they decide they like the customizations you're doing better. So they just start coming over and stealing pieces off of what you've customized. So, you know, if you ever wonder why stand-up comedy is in the state it is, it's because comedians like Trixx don't get held accountable by the people that will surely be at his birthday party tonight to let him know that he's a wonderful guy, a great comic, and doing super original stuff here on the Las Vegas comedy scene. Hopefully everybody's wearing...
So this must have been the day after this happened. So, you know, Ty gets in a fight with Joe Kimmel, just basically calling her shit and saying she rides her brother's coattails, which is crazy. But also, it makes a good point. I think Jimmy Kimmel was featuring at LA Comedy Club the week before. Oh my God. It's like she's featuring at like an off-strip, no offense, hole-in-the-wall club. And you're like, she got here through nepotism. It's like, oh, God, where would she be without Jimmy? Homeless? Just retarded. And then, like, everyone sticks up for her because they're all sane, you know? So Matt Markman and Brandt, and I can't, you know, there were other people there. Trixx is there. It's his birthday. They all kick Ty out of the club and do shots and laugh about what a nut he is. And then he tried to go back, and they asked him not to go. He tried to go back another night. They asked him not to be there. He's like, I could have been up there, but I didn't want to make it weird. It's like, you couldn't have. You were asked to not be there. Facts. I get all the leaks.
Flip-flops. Hopefully it's a flip-flop party. It's a beach theme to give Trixx the birthday present we all know he really wants.
Everything bothers him.
He's unbothered.
He calls it unbothered, but that's what's cute because everything bothers him. He's bothered. I'm a botherina.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of Unbothered.
So he recorded that little 10-minute intro before the show.
By Ty Rivera. It's a surprise episode of Unbothered by Ty Rivera. I didn't even know I was going to be recording a solo episode. But like we do all the solo episodes, we are on the couch ready to get unbothered. And there are reasons to have to get unbothered tonight. Here's the deal. I ended up going to LA Comedy Club last night and the night, or tonight and last night, I should say, because this is at the end of Friday, basically early Saturday morning.
So this is the night he got asked to leave. And you can tell because he's got some adrenaline pumping. He sounds almost awake.
And I just got home from the LA Comedy Club. It was quite a night. Let's start off with, first off, last night, well, you know, as always, Bijou is currently enjoying a Whimsy's alligator. Whimsy's alligators, the never-to-be sponsor of Unbothered by Ty Rivera, but we still give them a shout-out, and we still put our Amazon affiliates links to Whimsy's alligators down below in the description box. Check out Whimsy's alligators. They will not... should not. No promises.
Anytime he tries to do an ad, I do an ad.
So check out Whimsy's alligators. Anyway, here's what I'm trying to get at. It turned out to be quite a night. Jill Kimmel, who I don't really get along with, is part of the story. You know, like for me, there doesn't even have to be a problem with these people. It's they approach me or they're in violation. And because I'm going to talk about Trixx.
Again, I call bullshit. Okay? Because that's my line, right? I don't start shit with these people. They come and start shit with me. Okay? Their narrative is different. So I understand the people watching them think that they're right. Okay? Like, again, this is Catherine Maloney's version of what happened between us. She posted, she's like, I called an asshole out for being an asshole, and then he did a 30-minute thing slamming me to prove he's not an asshole. I can't write this shit. That's what she wrote. It's like a little simplistic, reductive view of what happened. Because what happened is you went on a thread about happiness and pizza. where no one was talking to you or saying anything inappropriate. You called me an asshole. I said, "Are you okay?" Taking the high road. You doubled down, called me an asshole even more ways. And then I just wrote, "I hope you get through whatever you're going through. Good luck." Literally, this is what I wrote. I know you're like, really? It's like, yeah, because I think that's funnier. Then she did it again. She came back with asshole, like da-da-da-da-da again. And then a few minutes later, deleted it all because she had rational thought. A little slow. Okay. And and then I did the show about her because I went on her page, saw she's an unhinged lunatic who's constantly searching for a job, blaming men for her problems, bitching about guys leaving her and why she's undesirable in every facet of her life. No one will hire her. No man wants her. Wah, wah, wah. Along with some of the most basic memes you've ever seen. Okay? So, like, imagine you're an employer and you want to hire this woman. They look at social media. All your whole feed is like, in between dispersed photos of some of the worst comedy from 6 years ago that we've all seen over and over again, and mom memes, you bad-mouthing every company you go interview at, you shitting all over the application process, complaining that it's all rigged, shitting on men, saying you're alone, you're undesirable, you're broken, when will things happen for you, yada, yada, yada. You look like a goddamn mess. You look like an unhinged loon. So, yeah, I wonder why they're not hiring. It's probably everybody else. Yeah. Yep. You just called an asshole, and then he attacked, disproportionately. That's what happened, right? No. You didn't get 3 chances, you ugly, wicked witch of the West, to not be a complete cunt that you summarily moved on from. Not interested in any of that. I'll just be a bitch. How'd that work out, stupid? And you have 20 YouTube subscribers, by the way. Not a joke. Actually 20. So, you could have gone, I was having a bad day. Sorry about that. So these are my lines that I don't go into people's worlds and start this shit. They do. And I provide receipts to back it up. Ty admits all this started when from a Facebook thing. What he doesn't admit is that he came on my page and started shit, argued with himself, got himself so incensed that he blocked me without me even being involved. 100% true, real story. I haven't deleted the post. It's on my wall from last year. Like, it's insane to view.
Who used to be my friend, Jill Kimmel.
So when he's like, I don't start this shit, people start it with me, we know it's a lie. We've watched you. We can see your posts, right? Even the people you've blocked, we all share and see your shit. Like, I blocked them. Yeah, just because it's a two-way mirror. We're all looking into the dome watching you be an insane person. Okay? Just because you can't see normies outside doesn't mean we don't exist.
Also used to be my friend. Technically, I was the first person to bring her to feature here at LA Comedy Club. She
loves
said
that too. So literally what he's doing now is bragging about giving Jill Kimmel her start, which again provides us with another opportunity for his cognitive dissonance. It's like, hold on, which is it? Is she using her brother to get ahead, or did you get her the gig? It's like, those two things don't add up. So again, shitting on the sister of a celebrity, which just sounds dumb to begin with. But that not even, like, your argument doesn't add up. I was the one who actually got her first gig and got her in there, so she should be grateful. Meanwhile, she's only where she is because of her brother. It's like, which one is it, dummy? This is like watching Shang go, black men are held down in America. We don't have a chance. We never will have a chance. And then the interviewer going like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Things are going bad for you. Do you think Maybe it's your attitude. If you change your attitude, maybe you'll get ahead. He's like, I am ahead. I got this, and this. I'm doing amazing. And it's like, which is it? These two narratives don't go along. I'm being held back. I can't get ahead. It's an unfair, uneven playing field. But I'm kicking everyone's ass. It's like, what? This is Ty, telling everybody how it is and giving everybody lessons on comedy. Meanwhile, we've seen where you live. We've seen the brown discoloration on the burnt wicks of the reused Glade plugin. We love making fun of his Glade plugins, man.
Smoke weed every day.
She had gotten a guest set here before I brought her. That's what she said tonight in the argument. But she obviously hadn't been back to feature, which means she probably...
Is this about Trixx still?
Probably wasn't getting her texts and calls returned. And so I requested that she be able to come on my weekend. And that's when I was living in Phoenix. And...
Just details. And I remember because I had just put air in my tires that day and had a Subway sandwich. Anyway, it's like, okay.
The thing with that situation, I'm just jumping in right here because you guys will catch on quick. I've got to get on.
You don't have to tell us when you're talking. We've been
bothered. I'm going to try to do it in under an hour or right at an hour. So I just got to go at this. So what happened was I knew that she was performing this week at the LA Comedy Club. So I was kind of trying to stay away. My friend Brant Tobler is headlining. He's the one that brought her this time. He's the one that brought her this time. And so...
By the way, Brant Tobler is not your friend. I hate to be the one to have to tell you this. I know it's tough. But again, this should serve as a red flag for people out there. And you're like, Patrick, how do you know Brant Tobler? It's like, I'm not going to tell you how I know this. He's had enough. He thinks you're shit. He thinks you're a drama queen. I know for a fact he takes road trips where he listens to this podcast and giggles about how silly you are. Sorry, Brant. No one likes you, man. No one likes you. You fuck everyone over so hard. And I know I'm an asshole and I know I'm a dick, but I'm doing it to a guy who really deserves it. So everybody's on board. No one's picking on Waldeck. No one's picking on Kool-Aid. They're good guys. Did Kool-Aid do some sketchy shit last year? Yes. I don't think he'll do it again. I think he learned his lesson from that one. Brant Tobler is not your friend. He tolerates you when you're around. He's had enough of it, though. This past weekend was it. Don't sit down with these guys. By the way, Brant and Matt are great friends, and you fucking toss Matt aside. And by the way, I've known those guys for 12 years or so. Ride or dies. We're not like best friends or anything, but I vouch for these dudes. I've known these dudes a long time. Okay? You're so fucking out of it. My good friend Brant Tobler, he hates you. I'm so sorry.
I knew that I probably didn't want
everyone, literally everyone is laughing at you behind your back, telling jokes about you in this community. Everyone except dumb open micers who think you're something. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised if Trixx told you hey, great, that bit's coming along great. And then went into the green room and he's doing a Michael Jackson bit. You're shit. We all laugh about it. I'm not just saying this to be a dick. Brant Tobler's not your friend. Stop telling people that. If anything, Brant should be doing a video going just in case you ever hear Ty say we're friends, we're actually not.
want to hang out too much. But I can go and be in a room with somebody that I completely don't care for. Because for me, there's no...
Most people can't hang out in a room with people they don't like. Me, I'm really good at it because I'm good at everything most people can't do. How do I know most people can't do it? I don't. I make assumptions, throw them out there, and then just stick to them like they're fat. Dig in.
Active hating Jill. If you were to ask me about her, I would have just said, I don't care about that bitch. And that's really...
Right. He doesn't care about anybody, but he knows everything.
the way I feel about it, and that's the most plain way I can put it. I'm not going to try to make myself sound good or like I'm an angel in any of this, but I will tell you guys exactly where I'm at and how I feel everything in the words that I talk in, so you guys can understand and get me. You know, like, just fuck somebody else trying to explain this. This is me, not a representative of me, and I'm going to say some shit. I usually do have a code with my friends where if you tell me something in confidence and we're friends, then I'm fine with that, and I'll take that to the grave. You can tell me where you put the body, but as soon as you try to accuse me of the murder or just being a murderer, then I'll expose a lot of shit.
Imagine thinking you could tell Ty your secrets. It's like, this is one of these guys. I've met 3 or 4 of these guys in my life. They have something about them that fools people into like wanting to. I want Ty to like me. I need Ty to like me. I think there's some white guilt to it. I think, you like, oh, he's a gay and he's brown. I'll get a, it's cool to be friends with that. And, he headlines, so maybe, he'll be, people desire to be his friend or to get along with him because he seems like he comes across as like a guy who he doesn't care. Wow. He's such a loose. It's like people who don't care don't ban constantly. People who don't care don't censor things. People who don't care don't edit heavily when they're just babbling. Like, this is me babbling. It's unedited. Again, when this is over, I will be in my underwear watching The West Wing, warming some wings in my air fryer. Editing. And then running to Facebook to tell you he's editing. Like, I'm editing the latest Unbothered. Just wait. It's like, oh, pins and needles. We're all over here waiting. Like, okay. Ugh. Strap in, man. This is insane. We are 13 minutes into 55.
Shit, because really, I don't care. Like, none of this is really coming from a place of hate, to tell you the truth. It really is coming from a place of
I didn't want to do this, guy.
Frustration in both of these situations. Here's what happened and the way it went down. Last night, I went to LA Comedy Club.
Finally. He's going to tell the story after going through 9 other people.
Yesterday, while I was working out at the gym, Butch Bradley, who's a good friend of mine, just
Everyone's a good friend of this guy. Like, okay.
Released his comedy special. I talked about him on 2 episodes ago. I always talk about him. He's great. I love Butch Bradley. So he hits me up. Carla is his girlfriend. Carla that makes Carla's homemade salsa. That I'm always plugging on social media. I absolutely love that salsa, and you guys should check it out. They just
Carla's homemade salsa.
Carla's homemade salsa. It's got its own page. Check it out. Search it. It's easy enough to find. But she got a new label too with what's it called?
You just said they just got their own Instagram, as if those aren't free. They've got their own account over there, so get on over quick before they lose it. Like, what? If you ever tell me to check out a salsa's Instagram, I'm gonna have to have a real conversation about this with your father. Salsa. Yeah. I'm gonna add him right now. Sounds dope.
Like it's a pepper.
What? Listen to this mild-mannered, mush-mouthed mumble stilt's gonna have a stroke while he talks to you.
Out at the gym, Butch Bradley, who's a good friend of mine, just released his comedy special. I talked about him on 2 episodes ago. I always talk about him. He's great. I love Butch Bradley. So he hits me up. Carla is his girlfriend. Carla that makes Carla's homemade salsa.
Oh no.
you know, that I'm always plugging on social media because I absolutely love that salsa, and you guys should check it out. They just got their own Instagram page, Carla's.
They just got their own Instagram page.
Check it out. Search it. It's easy enough to find. But she got a new label too with what's it called? Like a pepper with her.
A pepper,
and it's so great.
She got a hold on. You're telling me she got
hit me up and
on the salsa? They got a label with a pepper? Fuck, dude. What color? Hold on. Was it red or green? Green? Fuck. Man, that is. And then her face, too? Shit. Fuck. I love that salsa. That is good stuff. That's all I heard when he was talking. They just got an Instagram. Hit him up. Fucking yeah. Sounds fire.
I was supposed to go pick up some salsa. He just hit me up out of nowhere and was like, you know, Carla made some salsa. She has some for you. And anyway, so
I love that salsa. All right, calm down. What's your referral code?
If I remember correctly, and I'm not trying to change the way the text went. I just don't remember it verbatim.
What the fuck is he waffling about? Right.
The way the conversation went. He hit me up and was like, "Are you going to be at LA Comedy Club tonight?" And I was like, "No, but I could." And so he was like, "Yeah, okay, because Carla made some salsa and I got some for you."
Enough
like,
about the salsa.
That was the plan. And I was going to meet Butch, and I knew that Jill was on the 8 o'clock show. I don't really care about her. Brant, I really like a lot. I wanted to see Brant, but
this is what, like, these videos could be 6 minutes long, but like already I've had to learn about salsa and their new label and Instagram account. It's like, what? Guys, we're going to get into the new Thai stuff, but real quick, have you had Oreo Thins? Like, imagine me just, what? Tell me more about the new label on the salsa you like. What?
I was willing to forego that just to not cause any kind of uncomfortable tension or anything like that. And so I figured if I got there...
He's always willing to take the higher road. Like, I didn't want any weird stuff, so I made this hour-long video.
Jill would likely be gone, and I would be able... It's Thursday night, you know, and so I figured Jill would probably be gone, and then I could just go do what I had to do with Butch. Well, I get there, and I ended up seeing Trixx, and I don't get along with Trixx. We were friends. Like, I met Trixx back in 2000.
So before the gig, he didn't get along with Trixx. Are you noticing this? Everybody used to be this guy's friend. Everybody used to be. You tell me what it is. Is it systematic gay hate? Like, you know what I mean? Nobody has a problem with Steven Roberts. No, it's Thai. It's Thai. Okay? Like, I don't know what we're arguing about even anymore. Like, enough. Actually, it used to be like, so before this started. So also this damages your credibility a little bit. You're admitting that before the, and also we don't know the truth, right? Because this is what he does to cover. Like, if someone he likes told him to fuck off, I have no doubt in my mind he'd be like, I didn't even like them anyway. Like, that's the kind of guy he is. He's Mr. You can't fire me, I quit. You know what I mean? That's his shtick. So it's really tough for me to be like, after you've had a major falling out with Trixx where you're accusing him of stealing a joke, it's tough for me to hear you out when you're like, I didn't really like him before this anyway. It's like, you've just told us you guys were good friends. You're the one who wanted him to move to the Las Vegas community. You were the one who was going to get him to do that. You got him gigs. You were going to do it. You. Now it's like, we're not even friends. I didn't really like him anyway. We were friends, but it's like, oh my God. How many fallings outs can you have with people? Like, it might be you. Take it from a guy who used to do this. I used to blame other people for that shit, okay? I had a lot of falling out early in this show. People know. Adam and I, right? People know. Johnny B and I had skirmishes. Roy and I had skirmishes. Tony and I had skirmishes. I realized a lot of that time it was me, and I had my head up my ass. I was much heavier than I am now. I was really angry. I hadn't figured out how to be happy. I blamed a lot of that on other people. But you, at some point, when the bodies stack up, Ty, you gotta stop. You gotta stop putting this on other people. It's not them. It's like, not all these people can be giant pieces of shit. With each other, there's some other giant thing going on with Ty between these other two comics, Bobby Wayne Stouts. Is that how you say his name? Stouts? Stouts? And I guess his wife or girlfriend, Crystal. Apparently Ty and these two were great friends and had a giant this guy is constantly having giant falling out. Like, why? And once it's burned, it's burned. So it's like, imagine being Ty, an abused puppy just wandering the Las Vegas comedy scene, looking for saucers of milk being put out by bookers who don't know any better, fooling new recruits into thinking you're somebody and respected. Saddest thing ever. I don't know, man. At some point, you have to look at the body count and all the people. Like, because, again, I don't know if he's truly broken mentally and delusional or if he's just really good at earmuffs. The old la, 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 la. Because everyone in this town has a Ty story. Everyone. He did this to me. He lies about this. He's a drama queen. He starts shit. Even, I'll just say this because it's like, I don't get along with Butch Bradley, so it's fine. Butch Bradley talks shit about Ty behind his back, and they're friends. And Butch Bradley even goes, this guy's fucking drama. Non-stop drama. Sorry, Butch. Like, you do. And by the way, when he comes to you, he never will. He never will. If somebody told me Brant Tobler doesn't like you and's got a real problem with you, and like I haven't had any beef with Brant Tobler ever, the next time I saw Brant Tobler, I'd walk right up to him and be like, do you have some sort of problem with me? So-and-so said so. And then if he did, I'd hear him out and squash it. Ty will never do that. He'll sit in a room and just be awkward. And imagine him, like I said, just an abused puppy who like is uncomfortable in every room he walks into. Every room he walks into, there's people who don't like him. Imagine that feeling. Everywhere you go, there are people just going like, they hate him.
2013, when I won the World Series of Comedy. I won the World Series of Comedy.
Okay, the World Series of Comedy is a joke of a comedy comp. This is going to break a lot of Vegas comics' hearts. It's a fucking joke scam of a competition run by a guy named Joe Lowers, who I don't know much about, nor have that much to say about, other than I watched him yell at some comics during the 2012 or 13 World Series. The way he treated these, I watched it. It was a corridor in a back back area of a hotel casino where like the comics had to be. I was like, holy shit. And then this guy like wears jean shorts everywhere. He's a comic too, I guess. He gets on stage and like does comic. It's like, and he wears jean shorts. That's like his thing. It's like, it's not cute for me. I don't like it. And I have a friend who won first place in that competition as well and got almost none of the work. He was promised like 52 weeks of work from that competition. Every booker almost stood him up. He didn't get anything he was promised. It's all a scam. The clubs are making bank and Joe Lowers is making bank. And if you're watching this going like, holy shit, he's saying it all. I say it all. I don't give a shit. I watched him scream at some newer comics and treat them like absolute garbage with my own eyes about something. It was something really dumb about protocol with the thing, but it's like you shouldn't talk to humans like that. And he might have been stressed out from the festival or whatever it was, but I saw that and I just went like, gee, like just treating someone you've never met like that is insane. Okay. Did not deserve it. It was insane. Sick yapper. Oh, thanks, man. Is that white on white? White on white on white on white on white on white on white. Fresh. Let's get back to our favorite game. Is it gay?
Is it gay? Hey, is it gay? Hey, is it gay? Hey, I don't know. Is it gay? Hey, is it gay? Hey, is it gay? Hey, I don't know.
In 2013, Trixx came in second, and then a very, very funny comic by the name of Matt McClowry came in third. So that's
Never heard of him.
where I originally met Trixx. The way it goes down with Trixx is another time I worked with Trixx. After that, LA Comedy Club just paired us up, and I had liked him from when I did World Series of Comedy with him. We got along really well. He was cool. I considered him, you know, a new friend, whatever. And so
Like he can't. Do you understand? This guy can't even admit when like he has a genuine emotion or feeling or made a real friend. Like he can't ever just go like, and we were friends. I made a new friend. Like he just has to go, whatever. I mean, I guess we were friends. You could say that, but like whatever. I didn't really care. Like he has to be. He's always too hip for the room guy. My farts don't smell guy. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know if you think it makes you look cool to just be an emotionless dope. I don't really pay attention to anything or care about stuff. Like, okay.
they suggested or told me they were going to have Trixx, and I was like, yeah, cool. So we did that weekend together.
He frames everything like that, like he gave his approval. Like, yeah, we were gonna have Trixx. Like, yeah, I sign off on that.
On that weekend, one thing that I've never told anybody is a really big comic hit me up that weekend, gave me a call, and was like, make sure you watch your jokes around Trixx. And if Trixx ends up hearing this or anybody asks him about it, he'll know the big comic I'm talking about. It's a huge fucking comic. And
Ralphie May.
This comic doesn't usually call me just to chat, you know what I mean? And so when I saw him, I answered the phone and was like, you know, he's silly and I love him.
No comic calls you to chat unless they're unwell. Do you know how far down the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire lifeline ladder I'd have to get to phone you? Like, well, Patrick, you can bleed out in a field or have ravens and crows devour your still living, still breathing lungs from your chest cavity while you watch propped upon a rock. Or have a 3-minute conversation with Ty Rivera to chit chat. I'd just be like, ah! The crows. The crows. It's weird because he doesn't usually call me to chit chat. Your mother doesn't call you to chit chat.
Of him, but it was just like, hey, then he was like, hey, just watch your jokes. He was like, make sure Trixx doesn't steal your jokes. And then I was like, oh, does he do that?
Like, that didn't happen, liar. Next stupid story. Like, people who lie always have to make up these insane backing tracks, you know? It's just like, yeah, so then I had the winning lottery ticket and it flew out the window of my car. And it's funny because 16 years ago, I went to a psychic and I never told anybody this, but she said, one day you're going to have a winning lottery ticket and it's going to fly out the window of a car. And that's a story that never happened, but sounds good. It's like, it was already a good story. You know, like, you don't have to make up shit. We'll be your friend if you just act normal. God.
And then he was like, yeah, he's got a reputation for that.
He doesn't.
So I was like, still kind of like whatever, because I love my friends or whatever, and this comic, I do consider him a friend, but I also know Trixx is my new friend, and I'm not trying to judge people off what other people's
So now he is your new friend.
experiences have been with them. I always talk about that. That's just a part of what I am. So I'm like, yeah, I hear you, but as long as he doesn't do any of my stuff, we're okay. Well, guess what? Tonight was that night. But anyway, we're going to get to that because I believe when something like this happens and you're going to talk about a comic in that way, because really, I've chosen not to do an Unbothered about Trixx so far. Like, we got into it a couple weeks back and it was over
like,
some bullshit.
So again, and I want people who are new to this show and just Trixx fans to know, this is a regular podcast. We will have guests and do topics that have nothing to do with comedians or exposing anybody or, this isn't a gotcha type show. This is a crazed, sick man who came crawling into our studio and demands to be watched. Like, I don't know what to tell you. All I can say is I'm not taking my eyes off him because it's gonna flame out in a great. It's gotta go great. It's gotta go great.
And well, if you ask me, not really bullshit. It was him being bullshit, and I guess I could tell that story right now the way it went down.
Just like again, like he has to reframe everything and clarify he's not bad in any way. And what went down was bullshit. Well, it wasn't bullshit because of me, but it was bullshit because it's just like, all right, we get it. You never do anything wrong. Like, we get it. We get it. You're perfect. You never do anything wrong. And you are here to let these bitches know. It's like, this is the same, medium dick energy that Catherine Maloney puts out all the time. Where it's just like somewhere between battered wife and king of the world, where we don't know what to think of you because you're such a fucking conundrum.
What happened was, back, if you remember the Bobby and Crystal situation, when I got into it with Bobby and Crystal, when I woke up that day, the first person on my phone was Trixx. Like, literally the first person, because people...
Like, again, saying it like we all know. Like, back when the Bobby and Crystal situation...
I don't like people calling me, but Trixx is a friend, and so I will answer the phone.
He went from like, we were like, whatever, he was kind of like, I guess, a new friend or whatever, to like, well, he was a new friend, I guess, to he's a friend. Like, it's like, it doesn't add up.
Phone when Trixx calls, or I would answer the phone when Trixx called. And so when...
Backtracking again, got to clarify now. And I answer Trixx is a friend, so I answer the phone when Trixx called. Well, I did answer the phone when Trixx called. It's like, we get it, you're tough.
He called me, and I knew I just had the Bobby and Crystal situation, and a friend of mine had already told me that Crystal had posted my text messages with her where I called her a fat bitch on
he hates fat
Facebook.
people. I told you this.
So I already had the heads up, and then the friends also sent me screenshots of the entire conversation or the thread or whatever, which I didn't need all that. I got a taste of it from the beginning, but it was an interesting read and interesting to see who had opinions about me that I didn't know about.
Everyone. Brant Tobler, your good friend, has a lot of opinions about you. I'm sorry. I don't want to. And look, I didn't get any of this from. I've said too much. A lot of guys you call friend, and girls, by the way, that you call friend, ain't into you. And I don't know who Irma Ruiz is. And Lindsay Glazer seems lovely. And there's a couple other dumb people who seem hell-bent on just knee-jerk trigger defending Ty. And that's all I need to know. Like, anybody who knows Ty and doesn't want to hear both sides of the story first, I don't need to have a conversation with you. You're not a fair and balanced person. And Nobody Likes Onions is the home of Patrick Fairman.
But anyway, whatever it is, you know, like this is
Profound.
just the way the story goes. So, Trixx is the first person to call me, and I knew that's what he had to be calling about. But I don't care, you know, if you want to call and get the chisme from me, which is gossip in Spanish, I'll give up the chisme. I don't care. It happened. You know what I mean? Like that those text messages were actually my text messages, and I wasn't at all ashamed of it or didn't feel any particular way about it. And, you know, I stood by my words at that time, at that moment, and everything I said and the reason I expressed myself the way I did. And so I had...
Again, this is a video about Trixx stealing an Elvis bit from Ty. Not only is this edited, so should be concise and thorough and make sense, this motherfucker's going off on tangents about salsa and text messages with a fat girl. I mean, stay on task. Like, what are you doing? First, I had to hear about a pepper on a salsa label, and now you're defending a time you got in a fight with a fat girl, apparently. Like, I don't know what you're... Who hasn't gotten in a fight with a fat girl, by the way? They're positively sassy.
Had no reason not to answer my phone. And it's the first thing he says is, so do you think it was a good look? Literally what I said back was, do you think there was anybody on this scene that thought I wouldn't call somebody a fat bitch? And then I started laughing, and I could tell that it was bothering him that I really didn't care. And I know that part of that is because...
Imagine building that into the narrative. And I was laughing,
either, but
so...
I'm going to talk about it because... It's all part of... I'm going to set up the whole way this all goes down.
Oh, my God. He hasn't set it up yet. He just goes, I'm about to set up how the whole joke theft went down. Like, please set it up.
A little more than I can, you know, because I don't want to just be out for the fuck of it. Trixx is out all the time having drinks with everybody, trying to buy friends and, you know, like try to be that guy. I'm always drinking. Anybody want to do shots? He's that guy, you know, and I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to start drinking again just to... appeal to other comments.
Okay, so newsflash: Ty doesn't drink. Apparently, just found that out. I don't know if that's true. Maybe now. I don't know if that's a new thing. Trixx is always out drinking, hanging out, trying to fit in. He tries to be that guy. I'm not gonna do that. It's like, oh my. Somebody just showed their little jealousy. Huh? Somebody just got a little too much peanut butter and jelly on the screen. Like, you sound like a real insecure bitch, dude. Like, you know. Just say that. Look, I'm stuck home with Kathleen and the kids all the time when she's not out, Rick banging. I'll admit, I wish I was out mixing it up, getting drunk. I can't drink like that anymore. But out having shots at LA Comedy Club with Brand Tobler, Jill Kimmel, Matt Markman, Matt Chavez. Who else was up there? Trixx. Just doing shots, celebrating a birthday? No. Yeah, they sound like real assholes. Everyone else that's having fun, I'm not going to do that. Like, no shit. We get it. Fun cop. Everyone else is just doing stuff and having fun.
Or like seem like the fun guy. I'm not the fun guy.
No shit. You're the fun guy, and that you're fuzzy and short.
Do stand up, and that's why I'm mentioning this or calling this out, is because when it comes to my jokes, that's where we don't fuck around. Like all the
when it comes to your jokes, they're footnotes in a Encyclopedia Britannica. If you call Elvis was with a 15-year-old girl a joke, then I've got a copy of Microsoft Encarta 95 you're going to lose your shit at.
other little bullshit, like trying to play head games, gaslight a little bit, cool with it. I won't stand for it, but at the same time.
Like, do you hear the contradiction in the same sentence? If people want to do that, I'm cool with it. Not going to stand for it, but stumbling and bumbling over his own stance on shit. Yeah, people want to do that. I'm cool with it. Not going to stand for it. Hold on. I would argue that most people who say they're cool with something stand for it.
Time, it's not something that really needs to be addressed publicly, or I would have done my Unbothered back then. So what happened is
And then he's also bragging about having not done an Unbothered about Trixx. It's like, and I haven't even done an Unbothered about Trixx. This guy has a podcast that's sole purpose is to shit on friends of his, is to recap arguments he had this week with people he's supposed to be friendly with. Who did him wrong this week and why it pissed him off so much? That's the summation of the idea behind the podcast, Unbothered. I haven't even done one on him yet. It's like, ugh. Imagine being forced into the narrative of having a fight with your friends every week because that's the format of your podcast. Well, I got along with everybody this week. I better start some shit. That never happens to him. He always has shit to talk about.
Trixx has this scandal where he was hitting guys up back in Canada and having them send like feet pictures to
Oh,
them,
God, he's going to
and
bring the
also
feet thing up
recording
now.
their feet, like telling them it was some kind of scam. You can check it out on Vice. I'm not the journalist like that, and I really didn't really pay attention to it because, like I
See, again, he has to have both worlds. Check this specific thing out here. It's like there's an article about Trixx sending videos of feet to comics. It's on Vice. I don't really know. I didn't really check it out or know anything about it. It's like, you just gave us all the details of it. You can't play off. I don't really know. It's like coming after me and saying I have a wife and kids who left me and pretending you don't listen to this show. It's like, that's a joke I said once and you fell for it. So you listen. We got you. We got you. Truth bombs.
I've always felt like as long as somebody doesn't do something to me, it's really not my business. And between consenting adults, if you're somehow, anyhow, tricking guys into sending you pictures of their
This is what I said.
and these guys aren't done.
See, like Ty and I get along with these stances. We both were like, if you're dumb enough to send, I didn't get it, jerk off again.
I'm enough to know that they're being whores until you send me some money first. then I don't understand that world altogether.
Hold on, what?
Because if somebody asked me for feet pics out of nowhere, and especially feet videos, which is what he was asking for, I would be like, okay, yeah, send me money. And some of these people, he'd promise things. Apparently, they're...
Hold on. Ty just said if someone asked him for feet pictures, he'd ask them for money? Did he just say that?
There's a podcast where he admits that he was doing it and says it's a fetish, but then says he didn't do anything sexual with it, and he never did anything with the videos.
Yeah, I mean, clearly we all think Trixx was lying about that. Like, it's embarrassing. He's gonna lie. Like, that's just what people do. I got nothing against Trixx. I think Trixx is fine. The feed thing is weird. He copped to it. He owns up to it. He doesn't run away from it. You bringing it up isn't groundbreaking, especially after I covered it a month and a half ago. So, like, again, you're watching and you're just covering shit. I heard something about it on a podcast. Did you? Weird.
You know, that he just deleted them right away. Maybe I'll find the podcast and play a bit of it here.
Maybe.
Just so that
you won't.
But like what the person that was telling me the story was, they were like, on the podcast he apologizes and he said that he had a foot fetish, but then he said there was nothing sexual about it. And if you look up the word fetish, it's a form of sexual desire in which gratification,
Yeah, again, we all get it.
is linked to an abnormal degree to a particular object, item of clothing, part of the body, etc. That's the number one definition. And then there's a second definition for it that is...
He's actually reading the definition of fetish to us. He took the time to look it up and is also going to, like, show us that he can't read. Like, this guy can't read. Why would you choose to read? And again, it's not even live. Okay. Stumble through it, I guess. Show off.
An inanimate object worshipped for its supposed magical powers.
I mean, this is third grade level reading. An inanimate object known for its magical power. Like, fuck.
Or because...
Imagine him reading a story to his daughter. She'd be 38 before you got through Humpty Dumpty.
it is considered to be inhabited by a spirit. So either it was something sexual, or these were magic.
No offense, and this has nothing to do with this video or anything, but you're dumber than a sack of garbage. God, are you dumb? Like, and I know that's not a crime, and it's not here or there, and it's kind of just mean, but holy shit, are you stupid?
Feet, or he comes from upbringing that tells him that feet are magical and to be worshipped, or he doesn't know what the word fetish means. Either one of the three is what it would seem like, and I'm going to try to find a receipt for you on this. I don't know how much research I'm going to want to do. I might.
It's like, again, I'll try to find more on it. I'm not really going to do any research. It's like you looked up definitions. You pulled up all these. You did it. I heard a podcast. It's located here. I didn't really. It's like, you delusional dummy. I'm cool with it, but I won't stand for it. It's like, contradict yourself more. And again, the people, like, they're all falling. The people who are hearing this. None of this adds up. They will figure you out. Like, put the dumb thing aside. Like, nothing this guy says adds up. It's all garbage horse shit. How many times can I show you him contradicting himself? How many times can I tell you about things he's done to people? How many times can he tell you about falling out and ex-friends and fights he got into, comics punching him in the face? You think that ever happens to me? Fuck no. Nobody can reach me. I'm 6 motherfucking 5.
Be able to find the podcast clip. If I don't, we're just going to have to take Hearsay's word for it. Or Trixx can come on Unbothered, because to tell you the truth, I wouldn't care if
Trixx ain't coming on Unbothered.
he got Unbothered by me. I mean, like, personally, I would respect it more because the thing was, I tried to go to him man to man tonight with this. So please understand that too before we go any further.
Okay, another Ty contradiction. I'd respect him if he came on my show because that's man to man. It's like, Ty, I tried to talk to you man to man. I was blocked. Couldn't even do it. Didn't have that opportunity, you little spiral squad. Okay? You would never come on this show. You're a pussy. You won't deal with anyone who can put you in your place. You won't. You won't do it. In this narrative of you, like, I'd respect him if he came off the show. Then what about you? What about you? You have to come on Nobody Likes Onions then to get respect. I was first. Why does he have to come on yours? I was first. You come on this show. Show him how it's done. Show him how you get respect. Show him what an upstanding guy does. You won't, liar. You know what else he won't do? In his chat room, I told Ty Rivera, let's set up a show, a stand-up comedy show. Me, you, whoever else you want to put on it. All proceeds go to charity. We'll pick a charity of a choice. He can pick his charity. I can pick my whatever. He can pick his charity. I'll go to his charity. You know? Gay chew toys for dogs. Whatever it may be. His charity of choice. We perform on stage. Audience votes on how he did. He won't do it. He won't do it. He's like, come on, challenge. He goes, put your money where you get on stage. You won't do it. For charity. For charity. Who cares if I lose? I actually don't care. I'm not worried about, I don't need you or anyone signing off on me being funnier than you. Careers are evidence. So but for charity's sake, let's do it. Let's throw a comedy show. Won't do it. He's like, no, that's not what I meant. That's what he says. No, that's not what I was talking about. That's not how I meant get on stage. It's like, okay. He's mad that I'm not down at Chunkless Casino every other night doing a set for a pitcher of beer. It's like, okay, I guess I'm not a real comic then. You got me. I guess you're not a real comic unless you're driving Hoover bus dam tours or sending pictures of feet for money, which you admittedly would do. Again, tell me again why this guy's actually very respected in the community. Like, you're out of your mind. Talk to somebody for real. Like, actually talk to them. Be like, on the real though. Like, Ty's a lot of drama. Like, say that to a comic. Say, just between you and me, Ty Rivera, he's a little nuts and kind of full of drama, right? Like, everyone who knows him will go like, yeah. Seems like he lies about a lot. Yeah. I was thinking about going on the road with him or doing some shit. Don't do it. Oh, he seems like a nice guy. We should be friends. Don't. He will burn you. You're nothing. Like, again, look at the Trail of Tears and ask me how you're going to be any different. No, we're actually really good. You're not.
Is that I tried to actually go to him person to person when I saw him tonight. And other nights I've chosen to leave him alone. And I would have continued to leave him alone. Because really what our situation was...
He still hasn't told the story.
That Crystal situation. And I could tell that was
going back to this.
Him that I just didn't care. Because he's incredibly bothered by the fact that follows him around. Maybe not gamble like
he's
he does,
not.
or whatever it is he might be doing. I don't know him like that. But I do know what he's told me. And I do know that
So he just insinuated Trixx has a gambling problem, but then followed it up with, I don't know, I hear things. It's like, again, he does this stuff. It's like, and I don't know, maybe he blows all his money down at this specific casino, but I don't know. I don't really know him like that. It's like, you can't drop bombs and then be coy. You don't get to play both sides. This is why you're never going to win this kind of stuff. It's like, you don't have what it takes to be cutthroat. You try to be a little coy monkey man. Nobody's into that. Say whatever you fucking want to say about me. People know where I stand on shit. People know who I stand up for, and people know who I don't stand up for. And by the way, there's a path of redemption for people. Somebody I'm on the outs with, necessarily won't be on the outs with next week, week after that. You know, a lot of people were like, oh man, you and Trixx, that's crazy. I'm cool with Trixx. We talked today, yesterday. Oh, no. It's like everything is fine. Everything is fine. So, you know, even the people in Ty's own chat, that Lindsay Glazer, talked to her. We talked for a while. Talked about friends, places we've been. Oh, you're from here. Oh, you know this guy. You know, oh, you're a great guy. Yeah. Anyway, Ty's a fucking chump. Trust me on that. Okay, sounds cool. I'll look into it. Bye. So I'm out here doing the Lord's work, educating people. You say whatever you want about me. You know where I stand with shit. Can you say the same about Ty? No. He's a waffleman.
I see him always with the drink in his hand, so I'm pretty sure he has the money. He lives in a nice building too. I'm pretty sure he has the money or
lives in a nice building.
To pay everybody what he said he would give them, or if
skip the foot stuff.
So that's what I would have told him, but I never even broached that with him because really it's not my business. I know it's a sore spot for him. I did consider him a friend. And so I wouldn't ever bring that up to him. But here he was on the
yes, something went down through Grava.
With me questioning me about my situation with Bobby and Crystal, which to me is much more mundane.
Again,
and really,
I don't care about this.
Seem like a shady thing to do, and it's because we were friends, and so I didn't actually do that. And then I thought about asking him if I could do it, and then I was like, he really doesn't like that subject. Like in my head, you know, I was like, if you're a friend, you just don't.
For
bring
20
it up.
minutes, he's been going on about how Trixx doesn't like the feet thing. Again, this video is going to be the bombshell joke thief. Remember the album art for this. Trixx is a joke thief. Like, this is going to be the definitive. All we've heard is shitty clips of Ty telling not jokes. No other evidence of anything other than they did a show once together. Okay? And then a bunch of other contradictions about everything from salsa to fat girls. Like, it's just, there's nothing here. There's nothing to this dope. It just blows my mind how people are like, he's actually pretty respected. It's like, he's not respected by anyone. We're all lying to his face because we're afraid of being accused of a hate crime. You know, he's gay and brown, so we can't say anything. No one respects him. It's not a KKK hat. Please don't mention that again. We're going to get deplatformed.
You know, like he's not whatever. And so he's like,
not
if I was
whatever.
catty or petty, then I would have done it some way like that, or I would have done
again, you know, I'm live, so you forgive me a little bit of stumbling, bumbling here, go off on a side story here and there. This is edited. He put this together and can't get a train of thought going. You know what I mean? He built the station.
when we first got into it. You know, I don't remember the date. I think it was around my birthday that we got into it.
I don't remember the date we got it. Like this, he's talking about another thing with Bobby and Crystal. No one cares. This was about stealing a joke. Get to it.
I need to be on this phone because I don't care about this busted ass story you have about why you don't trust white people. But it's part of the conversation. And he did say literally in so many words, and this isn't me misquoting him, and if he says anything different, he is definitely lying. Because
again, you know, preemptively calling people liars before you've even told your half of the story. Imagine doing that to a cop, what they would think. Which way did the perpetrator go? Now, I am not lying, and if anybody says he went a different way, they're lying. He went that way. That would seem odd AF to the detective. Right? Like, you know, like it just doesn't make sense. Excuse me, what aisle is toilet paper on? I'm not lying about this. Aisle number 7. And if anybody says it's not on 7, they're lying. It's aisle number 7. It's like, that's a weird way to talk.
I wouldn't put words in a person's mouth like that. I'm not fucking crazy. I'm a little bit of an asshole sometimes, but I'm not fucking crazy. But and I'm not like that guy. You know what I mean? But he did say that he doesn't really understand why Crystal's involved in the comedy like that anyway. You know, and
Wait,
then
do you
he
see that
talked
all
about
black?
a little bit and mentioned like, you know, that Bobby should let her know that it's like his work, you know, and so she really shouldn't be arguing at work. And he was very clear, though. I want to be very clear about this. He was very clear
Diving
about how
into
he was cool.
another argument that he had with two other people. It's like he can't even get his own fights and fallouts straight. You know what I mean? Alex doesn't want to talk about Ty. He's not ready. You guys, this is real. Like, a lot of comics won't come on the show because they're afraid. I'm not saying that's Alex, but I'm saying this happens, man. These comics don't mention my name if they all send me stuff, and I don't. If somebody tells me keep something secret, I keep it secret, and they know that, and that's why people give me stuff, and that's the relationship we have. But like Alex Ansel doesn't want to come on here and talk shit about Ty, which I think is stupid. I love Alex, and Alex is way better than Ty and shouldn't worry about him at all. He's like, I got to watch Godzilla and Kong soon. Yeah. I always got to do that at 1 a.m. too. I forget.
A real friend would tell them, like, you know, yeah, you and Ty, whatever, about the argument part and stuff like that. But Crystal really doesn't have any business on the comedy boards like that because she does get in the way for Bobby, and it's just unnecessary in a scene that's already has a little bit of drama. Not too much drama on the Vegas scene, to be 100% honest. I like it here because there's not a lot of drama. And believe me, I'm not trying to bring that here. I'm trying to nip that in the butt.
There's so much drama on this scene, and also most of it's caused by Ty. To say there's no drama on this scene is fucking insane. On the Las Vegas comedian group, it's like a Bravo logo on the banner because of the drama, dummies. There's not even really a lot of drama here. It's like, are you here in the scene? Are you here in the scene? You have a podcast that is literally about drama in your life that you cause. Self-admitted, by the way. So there's actually a lot of drama here, and I try to put a stop to it. It's like, bitch, you're the wick.
But so everybody knows what's really going on the behind the scenes, and then doesn't think it's something other than what it is. Because really, all I want in this scene is to make money and for people to get ahead and do the.
You're not. You're going to be run out of Las Vegas. Mark my words. Mark my words. In 2021, that it started last year. The awakening. And we're going to put an end to the abuse. Mark my fucking words. You'll be run out of this town and come back every now and then to do shitty gigs. Just like you pop back down to Arizona to do every now and then. No offense to the one club you occasionally get up at down there that's an actual club. You'll occasionally go to California and do some shit. It's like, you've been run out of everywhere, dude. When we are done with you, you will be the king of comedy in Shreveport. No one wants you. Beat it. Crumb bumpkins.
The things, all of us, because there's enough money and enough opportunity for all of us, including Trixx. As soon as he gets,
And stop threatening comics. And if you want my referral, jump through these hoops, and you gotta do this. And I'm a little cunt. Okay.
his shit together, you know, as soon as he really, and I know he's working a lot and stuff like that, and I don't deny that. But at the same time, it really is a check yourself before you wreck yourself situation, because you've already got a reputation for being a
Imagine having a teacher like this try to teach. I couldn't. It's why, like, you shouldn't have a ranting or tell it how it is type podcast, because, like, you're not authoritative, and it's almost comical. Like if I had a teacher trying to teach me shit who talked like this, I'd be asked to leave the class from laughter. So 1 + 1 is 2, and then you want to, when it comes to remainders, you'll be divisible by 0, and it was just like, what? I gotta go. I'll be in in-school suspension. Don't worry about me.
And then instead of, because I gave him the opportunity, I talked to him. I also talked to one of the owners of the club, just because I didn't want to blindside anybody, because I do have.
No, the other owner of the club stopped him from punching you in the face from being a little shit-starting liar. Okay? That's what happened. You popped off. You got asked to leave. You got asked to not come back, actually. So, you know. Potato.
Have ethics when it comes to this kind of thing. I would rather talk to you person to person, and then it never has to be public like
motherfucker. You're a liar. You don't practice what you preach.
Like that. Since really, I don't think Trixx is going to stop working or quit being a comedian, and I don't think that this is going to end him.
But in the back of his mind, he has a little bit of delusion where he's like, this could be the end of him. It's like, no. If anything, you just lost about 4 friends you might have had, kind of. Like, they're dropping like flies around you, bro. You're gonna have no one left. If I have anything to do with it. And if we have time.
I'm not calling for anybody to cancel him. I'm just letting you know the way things are going down.
I don't know who Iceman is, but I like it. He says Ty is a fucking pussy.
Around him. Because everybody talks about Carlos Mencia all the time and how, he would take people's jokes. And in some cases, he would just outright steal the joke. And in some cases, he would just remix it and make it his own, which isn't a fair thing to do, especially when comics have established jokes that they're doing.
Like, this isn't also like, you don't have to go over like why stealing is bad. It's like he doesn't know how to narrow the focus, and scope of a video. It's like, so this video, for instance, is a commentary reaction video to one of Ty's farts called a video. We may pause it and go on some stories and backstories, but it all hovers around the central theme of like giving background to why something Ty said is complete fabrication, to give an example of how he's contradicting himself. This is why I pause it. We stay on scope. Ty can't. Again, I've heard about everything today, from a fight with Bobby and Crystal to jalapeno salsa labels to fat girls crying to texts being shared to feet fetish videos. This was about Ty claiming that this guy stole a joke. We've heard no evidence of that. I've also not heard the joke. Oh, is this? Holy shit, is this Ty? Or is this Trixx? We love Trixx. If that's actually Trixx, we're big fans. Yeah. This guy, he's given no, all he's done basically is say, Michael Jackson, Elvis slept with a 15-year-old, and called that a joke. He's given also no evidence that Trixx did that ever at all. 0 evidence of it. So his face is fake, no shit. You could see his lips and the Great Wall of China and the Park La Brea apartment complex in LA. The only 3 things viewable from space.
This game works. I know.
What up, Trixx? Welcome to the show. Big fan.
People at home think they're jokes. Nobody cares. Yeah, in the comedy world, people do care. That's a big thing as far as ethics and comedy go. But there's also the personal side mixed into it, which is what Trixx is really... It's a situation where it's the opposite. Like, he claims that I'm being emotional, and I'm not being emotional at all. He claims I'm being.
It's like he claims I'm being emotional. It's like he's not doing a show about you. You started this. It's like, literally, this has been an hour-long video where Ty's like, settle in, everybody. I'm about to prove that Trixx stole a joke. He then plays a clip of himself not even telling a joke. It's just babble. There's no punchline. There's no evidence that Trixx stole it or did it. There's barely evidence they knew each other. It's like, and then he's just gone on side rants about salsa and other comedians. It's like, one time I texted a fat girl. It's like, okay, this guy's like, there's nothing to this. He's already forgotten why he made this video. He's fucking retarded. Ty knows his lips are fake. I mean, of course they are. Look, don't get petty, Trixx. We all, like, everyone knows Ty pumps up his face with a bike tire inflator. Oh my God, look how mad Trixx is fired the fuck up. Oh shit.
Weed every day.
In the world, being petty, and I'm not being petty at all. He's being both of those things, and this is.
Also, this is never a good line if you ever have to say this. Like, people think I'm being petty, and I'm not being petty. If you ever have to say, like, somebody says this, and I'm not that. It's just like, what? Like, I was at camp one time, and I tried to kiss my friend David, and then he said, "You're gay," and I said, "I'm not gay." It's like, okay.
Why it plays out the way it does. When it came to the Bobby and Crystal situation, I did mention to him that, that I thought that since he thought it was so pressing.
Oh my God! Enough about Bobby and Crystal.
Now that he had an opportunity to talk to them, because he was obviously at dinner
I can't
at their
imagine
place, it might be time for him to discuss
fighting
a
with
little
you
bit
about
of
Bobby
good
and Crystal
advice to them as well. The same way you let me know that you thought it wasn't a good look that I said the things I said over text, which I took in at that time, even though I threw him right out. But I did, just let him have his, okay, well, and he gave me some advice, told me that it was smart that I wasn't on social media, and the best thing I can do is not respond to it. And, I felt like, well, I'm not on Facebook anyway, so really, how would I respond to it other than, when I did my Unbothered? But that.
Let's all wear black tomorrow and
out,
celebrate his ending.
So, I thought that was a bit off, and I did let him know that, and we had a bit of a back and forth.
Oh, fuck.
And, I know he probably thought I was being petty, but really for me it was like a principle.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Should give them some of that good advice too, and let Crystal know that I was in essence right in that part, in that she really didn't have a place starting extra drama.
Like, again,
on scene, which was my main thing with Crystal.
If you set out,
Bobby went. If
you set out foot fetish and all, I will still work more than Ty. Yeah, we've already covered the foot fetish thing, but man,
and so
whatever, shit happens. You got caught.
So
it's embarrassing.
So then
moving on. It's not the end of the world. Everything moves on. Like, we're all good.
Club, and I was doing a bunch of sets there. I don't remember.
Fuck yeah, show juice.
Maybe it was just when I don't know. It was right after the shutdown happened, and I was.
But it's like, yeah, man. Like, no, don't worry, the foot thing. I don't even think you should let it bother you or shy away from it. It's fucking hilarious. And I don't think you'll do it again. It was a long time ago. Like, what the fuck ever. We all live and learn. It's fucking funny. It's like Kool-Aid getting caught asking somebody to see a girl's titties. It's like, I don't think you'll do that again, will you?
All the time, and I'm
Snapdragon?
Then I had the Shang thing, and he was like, I usually don't agree with you, but on this one I agree with you. And he kept telling me that. And it's finally I got is this guy thinking that I'm looking for his approval? Or
it's like this whole video set out to show that Trixx stole a bit from Ty.
So I hit him up to see if he was going to be.
It's just an indictment of how Ty can't hold on to a friend to save his dick.
You live your life the way you live it, I'll live my life.
No room headlines Ty. LA headlines him. I think he does Stir Crazy in Arizona. There's a few clubs he hasn't pissed off yet. But I'm telling you, Matt Chavez, shout out to LA, Matt Chavez should ban this motherfucker and never let him back. He's toxic to your club. Everybody else there would get along. Like, I have a thing right now with Butch Bradley, and I don't think we would be any problem at all. This guy, like, he starts shit everywhere he goes. Tom Baum punched him in the face.
Like, I noticed what he's trying to do
Like,
on the scene. And it's like,
that's crazy, dude. No credible comedian gives a fuck about Ty. We love him here, so don't.
And that's fine.
We are entertained by everything he does.
So I see
So,
what you're trying to do.
somebody has to keep the heat on him. This is what I'm telling you.
So I hit him up, and then
So I was talking to Trixx earlier, and I said, you know, he doesn't want to come on and talk about Ty, but he's in the chat doing it. But, like, why not? Why am I the only one who will talk about this motherfucker? This is why people think he's liked. People think he works in a lot of rooms. People think he's respected. It baffles people when I come out with some of these stories. They literally go, no, Ty's like respected and really well liked. It's like, no, comics need to start talking. He's a liar. He's toxic. And all you comic who ride with him can eat the same amount of dicks he eats. Well, now you're mad at me? I'm sitting here being on your side, so don't fucking bark at me.
You know, I wasn't gonna go into the every time that that I was.
People, I'm the one talking shit about this guy, so I don't know. Like,
just comic to comic, he's not.
Don't get it stirred up. I'm the one here fucking advocating for you.
Somebody I ever would look to.
All you comics who ride with him can eat a bag of dick. Okay. Well, anyway, I hope that wasn't to me, because that's very disrespectful.
That's not something I have a problem with. That's not something I have any.
Oh shit!
Resentment. Work as much as you can work.
All the comics he rides with, like, I don't know who, like honestly, I'm telling you, I've never had, not once in 9 months, of ripping him to shreds. Sorry for the background noise. I've not had one comic message me and be like,
talk about the fact that he's hacky. Just
no, you've got it wrong. Ty's a good guy. I'm just fucking with you, Trixx.
Like, it's just something.
I know you were talking about.
Like
not one comic has messaged me and said, you have Ty all wrong. He's a good guy. You misunderstood. If anything, every time I do a show about Ty, more people go, please keep exposing him. He's a piece of shit. Here's what happened to me. But they all go, don't use my name. Keep my name out of it. I don't want to get involved. Everyone's afraid of this dude. So comics need to start coming out. And I'm happy to provide the platform. But you've got to start coming out and calling this guy out. And unless we all do it, it's like, this is like women who get raped by Bill Cosby. We're all going to be quiet because we're scared for our careers. You know? Hashtag me Ty. Have you been me tied? It's time to speak up. Okay? I actually love what you're doing. Well, I just get high and yell, but he's a bad man, and he needs to be exposed.
You're the guy to talk to. If they just want to work, then yeah, you're the guy to talk to. 100%. And yeah, so I take.
I love that this is like a 10 for Ty. This is as ramped up as he can get about anything. He's just like,
doing whatever he does.
And then he always like has to give his blessing. And I'm not saying we should cancel him. It's like, who's we? Like you and your bijou? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, he acts like he's got like a council around him where he's just like, actually, we're not going to cancel him. We've decided we're not going to. It's like, okay.
But like being a creep about it, being weird about it. And then I did recently hear he had another scandal not too long ago. Again, telling a person that they were going to.
Yeah, you missed it, Trixx. He spent 13 minutes describing a salsa jar to us.
That somehow ended up getting out. And I probably shouldn't go too much into that. But yes, between me and you, Trixx, is that or is that not something that just recently happened? So you don't learn your lesson on any level.
He goes, between me and you, Trixx, on his podcast that Trixx wasn't a part of. Like, it'd be like if I was like, well, Ty, between you and Ty's not even around. I'm telling you. I went in his chat yesterday. It's still up. Go look. If you go to this show on YouTube and look it up. And I know Trixx hates me saying that because he's like, don't give him hits. Because he doesn't want to give him hits. But look, we have some evidence to suggest that Ty's been buying YouTube followers. Like it went up like 2,000. Anyway, so like none of it might be fucking real. But if you go there and you look for this video and load the live chat on the side of it while it plays, I'm telling you, I cucked this man for an hour during his live show. It was just me and him typing back and forth to each other because his live show, again, isn't live. Like this one's live. You know it's live because you type something in the chat and then we talk. I have the skill to do that. He can't. He admitted on his own Twitter and stuff, like, been editing the next Unbothered where I call Trixx that it's going to be a banger. Wait for the drop. It's like, and it's this mumbling, low energy garbage. Yeah. I just been editing this for days. They're going to love it. Wait till they get a load of me. It's like, okay, this sounds like shit.
Whether it's because, like, when it comes,
imagine the stories he cut out. You know, he rambles into 19 different stories while he tries to get Trixx, which he still hasn't done, by the way. He just goes off on 19 stories. This is the edited version. He's like, this is the bare minimum I need to get between me and everyone. Ty will never be great. I love the all caps energy that Trixx brings to this. Silly rabbit. Tricks are for ties.
to the joke thievery thing,
I'm too high to
somebody
do
else
this.
mentioned to me not too long ago that he
I have to
got
hide behind a
version of
monitor when
one
I'm
of,
going to smoke some weed.
The late Eric Myers joke, which was a circus joke. But the bit of mine that he did part of was there's a
wow, he's going to bring up my fucking dog. Eric Myers. You're going to invoke the name of Eric Myers after his death? I'm telling you something. I've known Eric Myers for 18 years. Well, I knew Eric Myers for 18 years. He started, in DC, but he was in Florida. He lived in Florida when I started. And if he was here, we would all be throwing eggs at a blow-up doll of you while jacking off onto your CDs. Does Ty have CDs? Also, why would I jack off in them? This got weird. I'm trying to pack a bowl, so I need to hide.
Where I talk about how
now we're not allowed to enjoy music because we were supposed to care what the artists do with their personal lives, which I don't know when that rule started.
And again, and now we're not even allowed to enjoy music. I don't know when that rule started. It's like, again, the premise is false. Like, who's stopping you from enjoying music? Let us know. Who? Who told you can't listen to music, dummy? So already the joke is dumb.
And I mentioned
Elvis married a 15-year-old, nobody gave a fuck.
Tonight, Trixx
Again, even if Trixx said that on stage, Elvis married a 15-year-old and didn't give a fuck, that isn't a joke. It's just a bit of history, This is something that might come up at a bar pub trivia night. It's definitely not a joke. Like, the fact that you're defending this as a joke is insane. Henry VIII cut off the wife of his head. Nobody seemed to mind. Hey, that's my bit. Like, what? Shakespeare wrote Much Ado About Nothing and nobody seemed to. Hey, wait a minute. You stole that. Like, you can't just say facts and be like, no, I'm the comic that does Hitler. Like, what?
literally did that. And then he also mentions Michael Jackson, which is the next place I go in that joke. I was like, you know, I mentioned Michael
The
Jackson.
mayor
It's
from
really
Footloose
good, funny
hates
Michael
music.
Jackson bit.
Right.
But I mentioned that Michael Jackson's dead. And I was like, so unless, you know, Michael Jackson comes back from the dead, there's nothing to say about that. So then tonight in his bit, he says Michael Jackson's dead. And unless they dig his ass up, then he doesn't have an opinion about that.
Then they run out of people to be mad at now, and they'll dig up fucking dead bodies.
Listen to that. That's on stage. Like, this guy, he can't even talk. He's a mumbled mouth fuck. Like, oh, good bit. Like, the worst part of all this is, like, he puts this up like, nailed it. Like, this is awful. In what way has this cleared your name or whatever? Like, you come out of this sound like a fucking whackle madackle. That's something I just made up.
Michael Jackson, how many times are we going to talk about Michael Jackson?
It's like, again, you're the only one bringing him up. Michael Jackson. How many times are we going to talk about Michael Jackson? It's like, I don't know. I don't know your set list.
And then I say I blame the parents, and he was like, I blame the moms. I mean, like, come on.
And by the way, why is he playing part of the bit and then paraphrasing part of the bit? This is what I don't get. It's like, you don't get to tell us what Trixx said. I don't believe you. Okay? And then I said that, and then Trixx copied it. It's like, I don't believe you. Play the tape or GTFO. I fell asleep for almost an hour, and it seems we haven't progressed anywhere in the story. Oh, yeah, Trixx is still a liar. Not Trixx. Sorry, Ty. Oh, fuck. He's going to go like, okay. No, sorry. Trixx is Ty. It's late. You know, what is it, 2?
How close can you get to my actual, like, you're hacking parts of my bit. You're Carlos Mencia-ing it. You are taking bits.
Again, you playing clips of you doing it and providing nothing Trixx did isn't, look how close it is. I don't believe you.
And remixing them is what you're doing, and you're not going to be better at it. But the thing is, just know that you're being the actual hack that I was warned that you were going to be. And it should seem like not that big of a deal, but yes, it is a big deal when we're both working the same fucking scene.
And I'm cool with it, but I'm not letting it go.
I used to do it at Hilarious 7 all the time. You complimented me on that joke before.
I can't take his inability to, like, normalize audio. It's like, why does this clip have to blast my ears every time? I'm so sorry to everybody.
Yeah, they're fucking going.
Because then I go into the R. Kelly thing, or I did the R. Kelly thing already at the beginning of the joke, and I mentioned Chuck Berry, and so it's like such a not ethical thing to do just as far as being comics goes.
Let me just say, oh, fuck. That was a good one. He just goes, and then I go into the R. Kelly thing. Well, I'd already said the R. Kelly thing, and then I do the Chuck Berry thing, and so it's really just, you know, not cool as comics. What? What the actual fuck are you talking about, dude? That setup, like, the subject and predicate of that sentence have nothing to do. Well, then I go into the R. Kelly thing. Well, I had already done the R. Kelly thing. So as comics, it's really just shitty to do. It's like, what? Listen to you go on and on, defending to the death a shitty, and when I say shitty, I mean, it doesn't have a punchline that I've heard. The way you've cut this up and played it to us all out of order and wackadoo means that it doesn't have any, like, there's no way this is a consistent, cohesive joke. And certainly not one you should care about being poached. And also certainly not one that you should ever admit to like wanting to defend and save. If Trixx did steal it, let it go. If he didn't steal it, delete this video and never mention this to anyone again and never do those bits.
You know, and so there's that. It's like, what are you doing right now, Trixx? Because really, and so, you know, like, it's really not that big of the deal in the way that I could have just talked to him about it. He could have just been like, I'm sorry, you know, maybe, because sometimes things get caught in your brain or whatever, and you just say something in the moment or whatever. And if he had said something like that, even that would have been
I'm
fine.
telling you right now, I want to like learn Ty Rivera's set and go do it right in front of him. And when he comes to talk to me after the show, I'll just pretend like I don't even see him because I'm too tall. Just do his whole set. Just comedy cuck his ass. Fuck him. And what are you going to do? And by the way, what are you going to do, stupid? Because we all know what you'll do now. I'm telling you, if I was there at a club and someone, I don't care who it was up on stage, like clearly biting a bit of mine in front of me, which is like an owner rubbing a puppy's nose in its own shit. Because my jokes are shit. Yeah, I think I have to hit you. Like, this is prison rules, bitch. You're going to try to have a talk with him, and then if that doesn't work out, go home and make a YouTube video? Well, now we know you don't do shit when confronted. Like, cool. Well, you can take all of Ty's commissary because he's not going to do shit about it. It's like, what stops me from just taking every joke you have now, stupid? Oh, yeah, they're awful. And I don't have enough cum on my breath to really hit the punchline with enough emphasis. God, he's so funny. I swear to God, just take every joke he has and do it straight up. Like, and by the way, just like make eye contact the whole fucking time. And then just when you get off stage, he'll try to have a talk with you. Like, okay. I tried to have a talk with him and he wouldn't. Yeah. Sounds like you have too many fights going on between him and Joe Kimmel and the management of the club. What with being asked to not return and all. Jesus, man. You might want to go home and just put some cucumber slices over your eyes and take a little me time. Time?
Fine. But when I walked up to him and told him, you literally did parts of my joke in your joke tonight, he was like, get away from me, Ty. Get away from me, Ty. And like, what?
You always know when somebody is irrationally hurt and mad when they do that voice. That specific voice. Now, I've been doing Ty voice all night, but I try to do an accurate, and then it's just kind of a whiny. But if it's that, it has that little arc to it, and it's got that aggression and anger whine to it. Ty. See that? It's got a little edge to it. It's also like tends to not actually be words. Like when I imitate Ty, I'm saying what he's saying. Like, and then he came up to me off stage, and you can like hear what I'm saying. When he imitates Trixx, it's pure emotion, right? It's just anger. So it ends up, it's like, oh man, you are not okay in the head.
Waving me off and acting like I was just being drama. And I'm not going to start a fight with you at the comedy club about it. And I'm not going to.
I mean, you did. You did. You fought with 3 people that night and got asked to leave. And then everybody did shots and laughed. Like, I wonder who the problem is.
I fucking try to make it like a big screaming match because literally, you know that you did part of my joke. And I'm, like I said, when you play proof, then it's like, so are you saying that
when you play proof, he's so fucking delusional. He thinks he's played proof to you. He's not played one clip of Trixx. He hasn't even established what the joke is. We've never heard the joke played through. He's cut it up into 19 different versions from different sets. I don't think this is a joke. I think these are throwaway, dumb fact lines. Michael Jackson died 10 years ago. Elvis married at 15. Like, these aren't jokes, Ty. These aren't jokes. It's okay. And until you can produce a joke done by you and him with accurate, believable timelines, I don't believe you. No one does. When you come on here and just to recap, you tell us you've played us proof when you've played no clips of Trixx at all. How have you played proof that Trixx did something? By clips of you? No. That's not how anything works.
You didn't do that joke that night? Or you're saying you didn't do a variation on it?
He's not saying anything. He's not there. Are you hearing voices again?
Because I walked up to Gooch right when you did it, and I walked up to Mikey. I walked up.
Gooch is done with you too, by the way. These are not your friends anymore. Don't call them. Lose their numbers.
To a couple of people and just was like, this is what it is.
Listen to him. I walked up to Gooch. I thought you went up to Trixx right when it happened. I went to Trixx and then I went to Gooch. He went to the club owner too. Do you understand what happens to people in prison who do this? Like, this guy's a pussy. He won't do shit. I'm telling you right now, steal one of my jokes. Find out how it goes. Like, I'll either give no shits or I'm going to give all the shits. What is that? What is that little thing? $1.99. Do I click it? How does it work? I don't know what you just did, Wes. Oh, is that the super chat thing? Cool. If that's money, I thank you for it. I don't know how any of this works, and I certainly don't beg for dollars to saps. I cannot believe this is not done yet. So tired.
This guy is literally hacking my bits right now. And Matt was like,
so he's running around the club to the club owner, to Trixx, to Gooch, and 3 other comics. This is what's happening right now? No one cares, Ty. No one cares, Ty. It's Trixx's birthday. We want to do shots and have fun. I'm not the fun guy. Maybe you should leave. Jill Kimmel, come outside and fight with me. Like, that's what happened. Again, I don't think this video is helping you look good. Take it down.
like, I don't remember, but Matt's not there for that's one of the owners of the LA Comedy Club, which, I don't mind saying their names or saying that I talk to people, because the thing is, I talked to Ron Jossel about it. And I get that people will, in some cases, want to be neutral or whatever. And yeah, be neutral if you want to continue to be friends with Trixx. But really, comedically, that shouldn't be happening. And I think...
Oh, I'm not neutral. We're not friends with you.
Comedy club, or knows the comedy game, or is part of the comedy game even more so, should know that that's...
See, here's the problem with building your own bubble. I keep saying Trixx. Ty has convinced himself that people he blocks aren't worth his time. They're pieces of shit. They're fakers. They're posers. They're idiots. The people he's blocking are like, I'm not saying everyone, but I don't like to brag, but there's very few comics doing better financially than I do when I'm able to work from comedy. And there's few comics that make more doing comedy than I do from this fucking show. So like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I headline shows around the world and like am friends with almost every comic I meet and have the respect and Rolodex of a lot of great comics. So for you to like lump me in some weird, like, and no, this isn't coming out of some little butthurt, like Ty doesn't like me. I never want to be liked by this dope. But like what happens when you like toss people aside is like, you have no idea the experience of like, I'm sorry, Trixx is no like fucking dumb who hasn't been around the block and knows a thing or two about a thing or two. Like, and I'm not saying Ty hasn't. Ty's traveling internationally. I was talking to a booker in Australia who was giving me horror stories about this dude. What a needy little fuck he was. It was like, you're in a guest country acting like a fucking out of control diva. He'll never work there again. He was a nightmare. You know. So you say whatever you want, okay? And keep blocking people who like actually have done shit and do shit. And delude yourself that you're plugged into the comedy community. And I say this 100% one more time before we wrap up here tonight. If you're on the side of Ty, like, no, Ty's a good guy, he's respected. Ask yourself how new to the comedy scene here you are. And be honest. Because if it's a couple years, you're out of your depth. Like, you don't even understand the history here. Okay? And again, this is a guy I've headlined in Las Vegas since 2008. Okay? So I'm not new here. And because you don't know me, doesn't mean shit. I know old school dogs here. And if I don't know you, it's probably not good. And you shouldn't brag about that. There's plenty of people I don't know, so I'm not saying that's a definite thing. But like, you not knowing who I am isn't coming across as good for you as you think it might be. Okay? Because I've been around.
Not something that's acceptable. So handle that however you want to. But just know, comics, that Trixx isn't necessarily...
Listen to this guy telling you, and he can't even get a word out. Just know this, comics. If Trixx tell... It's just like... Good God. Will somebody get this guy a Kit Kat bar? Or Snickers, whatever the energy thing is.
Being on the up and up. And every set...
Can we get Ty a 5-hour enema? Like, I want to get him woke.
My opinion, like, for me personally, this is... You guys can handle yourselves how you want. But I will never give Trixx credit in my head even for doing a bit again. Because I'll just be like, I wonder whose bit this is. Because Trixx travels all over.
He's like, just know this, Trixx. You'll never get credit in my head for doing a bit again. This is the narcissism of this dummy. Just know this, you've really screwed up this time. In my head, you'll never get credit for this bit again. Like, oh God. Imagine getting off stage after crushing and just getting backstage and going, fuck. I just hope Ty's giving me credit in his head for these bits. You'll never get credit in my head again for these bits. Like, oh God, say it ain't so. Ask for leniency, Trixx.
Over the world, all over the country. You know, Trixx works a lot, so he could be lifting people's bits and remixing them from all over the country.
Yeah.
So,
totally.
And like I said,
and again, maybe he is. One day he'll get clocked, you know? Or maybe he's smart and only steals from little bitch ladies like you. You know? Maybe he just steals from people he knows can't back up their bark. Shut up. You've proved nothing. You've showed nothing. I've never been so hard and ready to come and just had been left for dead harder than this. Just no reveal. Fucking hell.
I don't know 100%. I knew Eric Myers, but I can't say I knew his Circus bit. That's why I don't care if, like, you know, some of the people that I talk to don't remember me doing the thing about Michael Jackson. Like, you know, I'm not tripping off that even a little bit.
He's not mad if you don't remember all his bits. And again, it's not that people go, how did this take 4 hours for you to get through and break down? And why bother? I'm having a good time here with the chat and stuff. But it's like, but listen, this is why it's important. That phrase sounds innocent. I'm not even mad if people don't remember when I ask them about my Michael Jackson bit and they don't remember it. I don't get mad. That's okay. It's like, it's not that he said it. It's that he thinks that's okay and normal to say. It's like, again, saying, and this is not a lie before you say something. It's not how humans talk. It's like an AI or an alien is trying to replicate human speech, but they're unable to get it quite right. You know what I mean? Like a deep fake. It's just like really Eric Myers, yeah. But he's going like it's okay if you don't know all my bits. I'll give you a pass. It's like, no one knows your bits, dummy. You don't even know your own bits. You've been telling us about this bit that got stolen. We still haven't heard it. What is the bit that got stolen? And who stole it? And how did they steal it? Play it. He's even trying to gaslight you about this podcast. A minute ago he said, so I've played the proof of Trixx taking the joke. It's like, you didn't. 1 million people on, 20 people on his thread. Like, I can't believe he took it. It's like, what did you hear? Shake your ears out, man. Nobody's, there's nothing here. This is a nothing burger. The most information we got out of this is the salsa has its own Instagram.
What it is. But, like Gooch, who I talked to about it, I do, expect Gooch to be somewhat on the up and up about that, because Gooch has heard me do that bit, because me and Gooch have done Hilarious 7 a lot together, and I did that bit all the time at Hilarious 7. So I just want to be clear about what's happening here so everybody knows, because tonight
Trixx is messaging me. We're all cool. I know you were I know you weren't
but
fucking.
To me, I was very happy.
We're all good. I love you, man.
The way that
you're a good guy.
Conducting myself the last.
This is this is nothing.
Yesterday, and this is.
Don't even be afraid of that. Like, because I do. Like, I'm not trying to call you out or anything like that. I do sense a little apprehension from Trixx. Like, fuck. Like, I don't want to give this to. Don't worry about this. No one there's nothing here. No one's going to believe this. He hasn't even told the joke. There's no joke. Like, this is nothing. Don't be afraid of bad mouthing Trixx or Ty. See, now I'm getting mixed up. It's not good.
Also part of what got on my nerves. Yesterday, when I showed up at LA Comedy Club, Trixx left the area that I was originally talking at, which, I had stopped at the table that all the comics sit at, and then the owners of the club will sit at. One of the owners was there. I said hi to him, but I always greet them. It was like, I pretend
just like,
if I don't like
just
you,
running through the like. And the other day I was walking out of the club and I walked by the table where the owner was sitting. He was having pasta fagioli. And then I said to him, it's just like the most needless details. It's like someone told him, hey, the key to like an interesting story is details, but he doesn't understand. Also, Ty, the key to the story is like telling the actual story. This whole thing that he said he was going to tell us tonight didn't get told. And if you are one of Ty's fans who believes like, well, he got Trixx. What? Like what? Anybody who believes Ty after this, you're way down the rabbit hole. And by that, I mean,
don't exist. So it's not like it's even being catty to Trixx or anything like that. But I'm still going to walk up to who I walk up to and say hi to who I say hi to. And that's just
like he feels the need to tell people what he's going to do in public behaviorally. This is a mentally ill man. And when I'm out, I will say hi to him, and I will walk up to him and I will say hi. It's like, who you do it? Are we all sitting here like, oh, he's going to say hi? He's going to walk up? I didn't think he would. I didn't think he'd admit it. Like, what are you talking about? And when I see him, I will ignore him and I won't sit with him. He says that stuff all the time. If you see me ignoring him, that's why. It's like, no one's seeing you do anything. We don't care. Ever. Never don't care. We gotta get the emotes working.
The way it's going to be, that's the way it's always been for me. There's other people I feel that way, but it's really not a lot. Like, people will make it seem like, Ty's always getting into it with somebody. No, just people that fuck up, and usually that's open micers. Like, I expected better from Trixx, and I expected.
That's the other thing too. He's always like a mother figure. I expected better. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. It's like, again, like he's like the godfather of comedy around here. It's like, oh man, I let Ty down. It's like, ooh, Ty down.
Him for a particular gig not too long ago on the comedy board. I thought in my head like he would be perfect for that gig, so I vouched for that.
I've never wanted to snap an Apple Pencil more.
Lady, I was like, yeah, Trixx would also be good for that bit or that gig,
He see, then he's gonna wind back to like, I was gonna get Trixx work. I was going to tell people that he was good for a gig, but now I won't. I was a good guy. It's like, Trixx don't need you for gigs. Open micers don't need you for gigs. Nobody needs you for gigs. Stop worrying about needing this guy for. I was going to put in a word. He wasn't, and his word means nothing. There are a couple guys I know who will give anyone like referrals and stuff, and I'm not saying that's Ty, but like I tell them like, please don't. Please don't. I'd rather do it on my own. You're better off walking up to a booker in this town and being like, hey, I'm a friend of Ty's. They'd just be like, oh my God, are you okay? Don't.
Because I really don't. Like I said, the thing with Trixx, when I got annoyed with him, it really was just.
I think you can do the emote. I have the emotes loaded. It's like type colon NLO.
And
got him.
I understand. Once I know that you understand that I'm not just being petty right now, and I'm not just being sensitive.
All lowercase.
I just don't know why you thought you were in this position, and I
there you go.
To fully understand that you are
colon NLO
to continue
GOTEM, all one word, lowercase.
About these things, and I know because I made this mistake, is that they do it again. And so then you just get okay. And at that point, I will just get like, yeah, fuck you. And I will.
A show's boring when like my chat is like, how do we get the emotes working? YouTube's not as fun as Twitch. And they're like not even listening to Ty droning. This is how it was on his stream the other day. The chat was like more interesting than the show. And then like everybody was like, when is he going to like drop the bomb? Like when does he get Ty? Or Trixx, and he never gets Trixx. There's no gotcha moment here.
Different than like trying to. The way I came to him was me just very much explaining to him where it was he was fucking up when it comes to trying to be my friend or
put a colon on the end of it too, maybe.
With me. I was one of the people that really pushed Trixx to move here. I told him he was bullshitting and he needed to just move here.
See, going all the way back to the beginning. Trixx wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for me. I get him all his work. He's so full of fucking shit. He thinks the comedy world like revolves around him, man. It's crazy. You might have to be a member to have it, Wes. Which isn't available yet. Sorry. But that's probably it.
I thought he was going to be a good addition, and maybe he still could be
No caps, no underscore. Just what I said.
a good addition. Maybe, I know
I think you got to be a member.
some people, you know, like that book the comedy clubs here, like think he's a good addition, and yeah, if you
This guy is so delusional. Like, some guys think he's a good addition. It's like very few people left think you're good. It's like, stop twisting it. Stop doing the underscore, Wes. It still doesn't have an underscore. You can't do it. You're not a member. I've already told you what the problem is.
want to have him, then have him, but understand that if certain comics don't necessarily want to work with him or don't feel like he's trustworthy in that way or don't want to do their jokes around him, understand that that's not that comic being difficult. That's just what happens. You know, there were people that would say that they wouldn't perform when Carlos Mencia
Well,
was
it's not more money. We're just going to move it over to this platform eventually, I think. Maybe.
in the room. So I don't know why Trixx wants to be that guy, but apparently that's something
Trixx just wants to get the fuck away from you, man. Like, you're a bitch.
he really wants. Because when I tried to talk to him person to person, if he had just said, okay, you know what I mean? Like, I won't do your part of the bit anymore, especially since between me and him, he knows that bit.
Michael Jackson's just coming along, man. Yeah, they're fucking going.
So if he were even just like, I was
like,
drunk, and
when
I
you have to
accidentally
keep
said that-
playing an inaudible clip over and over to make your point. But so this is a clip of Trixx, apparently, like it could be anybody, by the way, saying good bit and him going thanks, and somehow that's proof that he stole a bit. Are you all retarded? This is nothing. This is nothing.
that, but you know, I get what you're saying. But to try to treat me like I'm just being petty when
You're being petty. You have nothing. You not only have no fire, there's no smoke. You haven't gathered the sticks. No offense.
when I try to actually deal with you person to person, dealing with you person to person is anything but petty. And you would have seen that that's all I would have had to say to you. When it came to Jill Kimmel, I had nothing to say to her. So, stay unbothered.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for me for the night. Thank you so much for joining us on this YouTube live experience. 4 hours. Fucking hell. Thanks so much. We'll see you soon. Trixx, keep it fresh.
Your manner is most unbecoming of a gentleman. Would you be high on cigarettes?
I don't know if the comedy hasn't hit them yet. They're full-blown retarded or just high on cigarettes.
A question posed to stupid hoes who don't get it yet. Excuse me, miss. Are you high on cigarettes? I don't know if the comedy hasn't hit them yet. They're full-blown retarded or just high on cigarettes. All the laughter that you dig, boy, if you listen to the show, boy. Patrick melting faces. Have you stacking NLO point? It's the low point, not the reason. The reason is fucking gold. Gonna make the taco pony party be a party of soul. To make you vandalize a van with a pedal sticker so bold. The family probably get arrested before they get down the road. Or stupid motherfuckers just got NL loaned. Other radio shows are straight bitch mail prone. Talk shit on the youngins that nobody like past. Have my homeboy lame prank call him fast. Have him thinking that he hates them like right before he berates him. And the way that he baits him, I put him right on blast. Like Patrick is an asshole and his show won't last. And every time I called in, he treated me like trash. He would abuse and berate me for the sake of some laughs. And the worst part was when he fucked your mother straight in the ass.
Well, I don't know if the comedy hasn't hit them yet. They're full-blown retarded or just high on cigarettes. A question posed to stupid hoes that don't get it yet. Excuse me, miss. Are you high on cigarettes?
Well, I don't know if the comedy hasn't hit them yet. They're full-blown retarded or just high on cigarettes. A question posed to stupid hoes who don't get it yet. Excuse me, bitch. Are you high on cigarettes?
That's the end of my show. Donk.